paid their portion of the Calcutta and their entries. We're going to get you started. Your skip this morning will be the left lane will be moving left one pair. Right lane will be moving right one pair.
Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing out there? Dialing a few things in. Got some new bells and whistles here. Glad you're with us here for what is we started streaming in 2021, so this is the 5th year that we've streamed the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout, formerly known as the Springfield Doubles. My name is Mike Flanagan here on Inside Bowling, and practice is just taking place right now. I do have some new cameras for this event. Just curious what you guys think of them, if you notice any difference. Those that normally tune into our broadcast here, I want to make sure I'm coming through loud and clear out there. I want to say hello to Kristen, who's watching this morning. We'll get settled in here, but game one is probably going to be a little on the getting stuff up to speed for you guys. I got some lane talk I'm going to be bringing up on the screen for you. I got to make sure all that's working okay, and a few other things here that I need to get going, but I'm glad you're with us here this morning for A Squad. We got 3 squads for you today. We've got A Squad at 9, B Squad at 1:30, C Squad at 6. 1 and 4 are going to cash in this event. It's a $500 entry. We'll be cutting to a cashers round for tomorrow, which is 1 and 4, and then the top 16 make it into the best of 3 bracket. And we'll have all that for you streamed here this weekend here on YouTube at Inside Bowling. Oh, thanks, Kristen. I hope you can bounce back. I know things are a little rough out there at times, and I know it can be easy to get in a rut. So I hope you bounce back, and I hope you can enjoy this weekend and what we're doing here. I know we're certainly going to enjoy it. We love our friends here at Enterprise Park Lanes. We really do. And if you got an opportunity, you should come and bowl the Greater Ozark Tournament. That's their flagship event. Starts in February, runs through June, I believe it is. And we'll talk more about the Greater Ozark Tournament, but that's one you should definitely bowl. Singles, doubles, and team event. It's fantastic. I think I did this already. Let me see if looking for the oil pattern. That ain't it. No, I took a picture of it. Oh, there it is. I have not looked at this yet. I heard it was 6-1. Let's bring up the game one graphic here. I'll do an official introduction here in a moment. We're just kind of chilling here. Let's take a look at the 2025 $10,000 double shootout pattern. As you can see, it's 43 feet in length with a reverse brush drop at 39 feet. Looking at 30 total milliliters of oil. We've got 14 on the way down, 16 on the way back. I'm not sure what conditioner they're using, but it's 8.75 to 1. You can see there's a couple of 2-2s that start out the pattern, and then there are no other 2-2s. So, I mean, this should be really high scoring, a lot of friction. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to check out my lane talk stuff here. So 27 through 30 should be working. Let's see. See what we got here. All right, I got to go ask CT about lane talk and see why it's not working. Be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm still dialing in a few things here with Lane Talk. Evidently, there were 2 Enterprise Park lanes available on Lane Talk, so I'll be with you to bring you some action here in just a little bit, but I am just trying to dial in all of our stuff here this morning. So glad you're with us here on Inside Bowling. Mike here with you. I'll be bringing in all the information for you here in just a little bit. Appreciate you being patient with me. Enjoy some bowling. All right, everybody. Mike here with you. Frame 8, left side of your screen. Frame 10, right side of your screen. Of course, bottom right, we've got those teams are a little bit further behind. But I'd like to welcome you into our broadcast here. I know that I opened up earlier with a bit of a soft launch here, but always trying to dial things in. I got a lot of new stuff. And we're working on trying to bring you the best coverage as we can here today. And as we look around, we've got here on lanes 35 and 36, 37 and 8, you got Ryan Powers and Cameron Brundage with TJ Lazar and Wayne Ingram. Dylan Burns bowling with Trevor Baumgartner. You got Derek Fair bowling with Miles Schwander. Showed you the oil pattern earlier. Quite a bit of friction. 30 mils though. Got that 8-to-1 ratio out there. Switch over here. Bottom right of your screen are the folks we were just looking at. Here we got Ben Porter and Chuck Klutz Jr. We've got Katie Furzy and Brandon Carlson. Kyle Sherman bowling with Ryan Stubblefield and Carl Williams bowling with Aaron Holloman. The other teams we have on this squad are Shea Bittenbender and Tim Barrett. We got Rick Justice and Mark Henninger. Got the team of the teams we already mentioned. Let me move over. We got Prather and Biondo. That's Brandon Biondo. Yarborough and Hendrick. That's Tony Yarborough, Craig Hendrick. We've got Zach Payne and Reed Steiner. We got Jared Thompson bowling with A.J. Rice. And then we've got all the folks that we mentioned otherwise. So that's what we have for our field here this morning. We'll have more coming up for you on our second squad, which will be at 1:30, which is our B squad, and C squad is at 6 p.m. I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, of course. We want to thank Smith Auto Transport for being our title sponsor here this year. If you're looking to get cars moved around, these guys are the experts at it. I mean, anytime you need something like that done, check out Smith Auto Transport, our title sponsor. Thank you so much for being part of this event here this year in 2025. We also want to thank our friends over at Coring and Cutting of Springfield. If you're looking for concrete removal, make sure you check out our friends at Coring, Cutting, and Cutting of Springfield. Also want to thank our bowling sponsors, Columbia 300 and Track Bowling. Also Classic Yard, if you're looking for a place to go kind of hang out, have kind of a game night, also enjoy some great food and some drinks, head over to the Classic Yard. And then, of course, who can forget Enterprise Park Lanes? What a great bowling center we have here. The Greater Ozarks Tournament. Make sure you check it out. Sign up for the Greater Ozark Tournament. Pick a weekend. Come out with your friends. Springfield is growing. They got a Whataburger here now. Big Costco when I drove in. Like, there's a lot of things happening here. Of course, you got Bass Pro and Lambert's. I mean, there's a lot of great things happening. And they've got a brand new sports card shop right up the road. You definitely want to check that out. So really do appreciate everybody tuning in today here on Inside Bowling. Of course, our crew here running everything here at the center, CT, Jessica, and of course Kevin, the brainchild behind this event that started. I have on my sheet here 2020. We didn't stream it the first year, but 2021 was the first year that we streamed it. So this is the 5th year for streaming, 6th year for the event, I believe. And we're going to bring in Kay Will now to confirm that. Kevin, hello.
Hi, good morning.
Is that right? 2020 did it start?
Yes. And yeah, we didn't stream it the first year.
And 2021 is when we started streaming.
We brought the big dog on, is what we like to say.
Yeah, so this is five years of streaming.
I love it. I love it. It's crazy that it's already been 6 years. But I'm happy. It's fun. It's fun to see every year. It's fun to see a lot of elite bowlers coming back to Springfield. Bowling an event that me and CT dreamt up of, and have you along to stream it, because you're the best in the biz at that. And it's a fun weekend as always. And yeah, Springfield is growing. You're right.
It
right
really
when I
is.
leave, too. Do you think there's a correlation there? Right when I leave Springfield and go to cooler places, Springfield gets a little cooler?
Yeah, I think they were like, we don't want you to leave, so we're going to try to just up our game a little bit to draw you back.
That's fair enough. It won't work, but I'm not coming back. But, they can try all they want.
You went to California and then to Texas, right?
I'm in Dallas, Texas now. I didn't really tell anybody that like I did when I moved to California. People are just kind of finding out as they see me more than one time in bowling alleys in Dallas.
Are you enjoying it down there?
I am enjoying it. I was getting really used to having zero type of weather when I lived in Sacramento. It never rained, it never snowed. It was just sunny all the time. And then moving to Dallas, we get the thunderstorms and hail and stuff. I don't miss that at all, but it is what it is. I'm on the road so much, I'll just go to sunny places whenever I want.
So we got a little different setup here for everybody watching at home, and for you as well, Kevin. We got Lane Talk working up on the screens, which really does look nice instead of cutting in the scoreboards.
It does look so nice.
I am working with them to try to get us a little graphics package. We change our colors all the time, so we are looking a little Christmassy with the red up there. But that's what we've got for today. We could also go blue and things like that, but I think this fits pretty well. I wanted to get the Powered by Lane Talk up there. We're also using some new cameras here at this event, so I want everybody out there to let us know what you think the picture looks like. It should be better than what we've ever had.
Looks crisp.
And we've got our picture-in-picture built as always as well. And, so that's what we got going on here today. We went with green this year. We try to change the color every year on our graphics.
Yeah, we appreciate what you do.
Purple, red, blue. Now we're green this year.
Who was on the thumbnail?
Yeah, thumbnail.
Let's see it.
Good
I want to
question.
see it.
Yeah,
I
let's
didn't
put it
get
up
to
there.
see it.
We went with Robar.
And there we go.
Yeah, we went with Robars.
He knows how to strike in this town, I'd say.
Little Springfield action there.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Think about all the great bowlers that have come from Springfield, man.
It's kind of crazy to think. I agree. Like, there is a lot of good bowlers out of Springfield. It's such a random place, but, the Sean Swansons and Bugs. I guess sometimes I'm decent. Spencer, like Tony Yarbrough used to be elite back in the day.
Yep. And then you got Casey, who's had some
one of the best
off here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of good bowlers that come out of here. It kind of surprises me because you wouldn't really think it. We're not really known as a bowling town, but somehow we got a bunch of winners out of here.
Comment here in the chat for house. It looks kind of tricky here this morning. It's not a house pattern.
Not quite house. It's a little modified. It's a little bit flatter. Not quite house. We don't want them. And now let me preface it by saying I'm just the promoter of the tournament. I don't make these decisions anymore. It's Chris Taylor, who's the manager and the tournament director of this event. But we don't want scores so through the roof, where it's just a complete strike fest. We want you to earn it a little bit. Now, yes, they are still on the easier side, and there's going to be some guys that have some scores. Chris Prather's won 270 right here in front of us off screen. But they're going to be tricky. I mean, as you can see right here in front of us, we got 170, 190, another 170, 2-0, 210. I think the scoring pace is going to be perfect for what I would prefer to see, where they're going to be hittable. I think it'll take about 300 over to make the cut. So, 220 a guy or so, and I think the scoring pace will be fine. I think they're just going to hook a lot the last couple, and that's going to be a problem for some people, and that's just how it goes.
I'm going to bring up that pattern here. So, folks at home, if you look at the middles, the 1.84 to 1.03s in the middle, it's just very flat in the middle. Like it's similar to the hardest patterns in the world in the middle of the lane, but you've got that big buffer, you got that big ratio change on the outside part of the lane, and that's where you can get some score.
Yeah.
If you just play the middle only, you're basically bowling on pretty much flat 1-to-1 for the most part. So there's no sense in being in that part of the lane. You got to use the outside part of the lane.
Yeah. So also this center is it's got built-in hook into it where I always say that if you put out a pattern, you can usually add a couple, like 2 to the ratio, because they get a little easier just because your ball always gets into a roll here. So where typically, we're bowling on 30 mils this weekend, you would want to throw something a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more oil, but because the ball always gets into a roll in the middle part of the lane here at Enterprise, like it has for 20, 30 years, you're allowed to throw weaker balls, and it just makes the scoring pace a little higher overall because your ball is trying to do the right thing more often. So that also becomes the issue for some guys here because the ball does get into a roll so easy here. It also means that it is hooking everywhere on the lane. And as we get to game 6 and 7 of a block, and we have a lot of rev right here, we got some tour guys here this morning. We got like Kyle Sherman and Prather. We got some two-handers. That always causes a little bit of carry issues for some people whenever their ball kind of is trying to pick up a little too soon. So that will naturally keep the scoring pace down just a little bit. But I say that, and the scoring pace is already kind of down.
It does feel that way a little bit
on game 1, and usually game 1 it's like 520 is a decent score. So personally I love to see that. Again, I don't make these decisions. I just give my input on what I think it should be. But I just promote the tournament that we have started 6 years ago, and then I get to bowl. So
yeah, so we're going to roll into game number 2 here. We've got some folks already started over here on 35 and 6, 37 and 38.
Jared and AJ bowling a good game to start. Little 499 piece. Casey Murphy, local legend. His partner, 440. Like 440, I think is going to be a good score. If you can bowl a bunch of 440s, I think you're going to be just fine. And I think anyone and most people should be okay with that scoring pace. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys want to see more strikes. Maybe you want to see us bowl 170, but I think 220 is always a good scoring pace. Stuff to say, too. It's A squad. We have 3 squads today. B squad at 1:30 p.m. and then C squad at 6. We also have re-entries, so some people that didn't bowl that well, they think they can better their score. Because you got to think, if you bowl decent, you might be in the cut, but you want to be closer to the top 4 and top 8 get buys in the match play going into tomorrow. So some people will re-enter. That changes the scoring pace because they're trying new things and they might be pressing a little bit. So this is kind of the dummy squad, but we have a lot of really good teams for the quote-unquote dummy squad.
No kidding. I'm going to make a quick adjustment to this camera here.
It's okay. I'm good at talking to myself. AJ Rice with a little 6-pin. Kristen Anderson, thank you for watching our league videos. Me and Ryan Barnes do some league videos over on his channel on Barnsley Bowling, and we have a good time. It's getting a little out of hand if you have seen them. We do punishments for the loser the next week. And I've bowled in Linda Barnes' dress. Ryan's bowled in a skirt. It's getting out of hand, honestly, but it also is very fun. So we appreciate anyone who watches that. And we went from league night of bowling and dresses to trying to compete for $10,000 this weekend together. So I look forward to bowling with Ryan this weekend. My young horsey.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that's kind of weird to me is that you don't have a locked-in partner every year.
Do you kind of like that, though?
It's like I come here, like, actually it pops into my mind on the way down. I'm
You're
like,
who's it going to be
who's he bowling with this year?
I'll say that assuming he doesn't dump me, I think I'll keep Ryan for a little while if he wants to.
You guys have become buddies, right?
Yeah, that's my guy now. Yeah, we've gotten close pretty quickly since I've moved to Dallas. We've golfed a whole bunch together, and obviously we do content and stuff together. We practice together, so that's my guy. So I'm looking forward to competing when it really matters for some money this weekend. But we have fun, so I might just keep him around if he will allow me to. But this is kind of like a tree out, you know. He's pretty dang good at bowling, so I need to make sure I can strike a little bit so he trusts to bowl with me, you know. As he won the single sweeper last night.
Did he win last night?
He did win last night.
What did that take?
He went 200 over, 220 over. But if you look at the scratch score, because it's a handicap sweeper last night, so you had some handicappers in the top, 6, 7. But if you look at the scratch scores, it was like Ryan at 220 over, and then second was like 150 over. So, and then 100, 130, 120. So the scoring pace was good last night. I was very pleased with what the scoring pace was last night. I only went 40 over, but that's okay. I just got 9 a lot. But Brian bowled good. He had 270, 297 the last two. So that's, that's where a lot of his score came. He had 210, 240, 270, 290. Dylan Burns on lane 35. Dylan's name on the Calcutta sheet last night was missing a letter, the L. So it was Dion.
I'll tell you what, I was really pumped about my purchase last night.
Who'd you snag? You made a couple little sneaky.
Well, I thought
plays.
a couple times people were going too low, and I was ready to come in, so I just kind of added a little something. And last year I spent a decent amount on Boog and Cam.
Yep.
And they came home second.
Yep.
Which wasn't bad, but I also had bought Packy. Mm-hmm. Who did he bowl with last year? Packy and
Austin Bolt.
Austin Bolt,
yes.
Yeah. So I had them, and so that didn't pay off. So I made a little bit last year, but not a lot.
Yep.
And then, so this year I was just kind of sitting there, and I got my list here, actually, of teams. Let's see who I wanted.
I snagged a couple people, too.
I know. And so,
I got some good ones, too.
You know, you took one from me that I normally like to get.
Brian Kirkendall?
Yeah.
I got him for cheap. And do you know his partner, Lucas?
Oh.
Have you seen him bowl?
Oh.
He throws it so
he bowls
good.
on inside bowling all the time. He bowled to Spa City last
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he throws it so good. They bowled the great.
Okay, so these were kind of my teams that I thought I might be able to get a little bit cheaper than what they went for. Resnick and Rodriguez.
Yep.
I was interested in that team.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm not going to read the favorites. I thought Imhoff and Petrin might have gone under the radar. They didn't.
No. CJ's bowling every regional, and he's won like 3.
Keegan Alexander and Crummel.
Yeah.
I should have just bought them.
Well, why didn't you? You know they say scared money don't make.
I know, but I bought the team that I really, really wanted.
You did buy the one team.
The
What
one
was
team,
it?
I thought they were the bargain team.
What team was it?
I think they could win.
Okay, I want to hear.
They were only $300.
Okay.
Kai Evans and Christian
I
LaCory.
think that's a good. I don't know who Christian is. Someone told me he's good. I think Ryan Barnes said that he's good. I don't know him. I know Kai's good though.
Okay, so Christian goes to SCAD.
That's right. That's what Ryan said.
He bowled the holiday doubles with Landon Jordan and Landon Jordan's first ever adult tournament.
Yeah.
And they made the top 12 at the holiday doubles.
Yep.
And Christian is bowled on anything hard, anything. He bowls good on house. He bowls on, you know what I mean? That's kind of the difference in today's.
Left-handed, two-handed?
Right, he's just a right-hander.
One-hander?
Two-hander.
Okay.
So anyway, so I love him, and then Kai Evans, Junior Team USA.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah, when I was growing up, Pharoah Williams kind of was like a big power player that kind of I was like, oh my gosh.
Still is.
I'm talking like 1995.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of feel like Kai Evans is kind of a modern day, in the world of bowling. I know rev rates are through the roof, but I like Kai Evans a lot. So anyway, so Kai and Christian only cost me $100. I'm sure they're going to buy 2/3 of theirs when they get here. I got to talk to them and get that taken care of. But yeah, I like Kai Evans and Christian LaCory.
I got Brian and Lucas for $200. It's a good buy.
It's a great buy.
And then I bought Zeke Bate and his partner for $300.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I don't know his partner, but I know Zeke Bate. I just assume he's going to be bowling with someone good.
Yep.
Because Zeke's good, and I love me some Zeke Bate.
Bowling with Mike Mossbarger.
Yeah, I don't know that name. I'm not familiar. And I'm sorry if he's a super stud, and I'm just oblivious to all things bowling, but I kind of am sometimes.
I'm going to invert our stream here. We'll take a look and see how these other players are doing.
AJ is hucking it left. Misses a little and one messenger. Yeah, these cameras look good. You know how they look better?
Yeah.
I won't bring it up.
No, it's okay. The audience needs to know.
Okay.
So first of all, I want to give a shout out to my friends over at Sony.
Yes.
And to some friends in the business that are working on some large projects that are being very kind to me and give me the opportunity to potentially bump up our streaming game here with cameras and stuff.
Yep.
So Sony has been gracious enough to lend me some cameras for the month to test some things out. Mm-hmm. And with that means that it's not the plug and play like normal for me. It's a lot different. Like learning new cameras and stuff. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But they're a lot. They can stream in 4K. Like they are 4K cameras. Like they are unbelievable. So me being me, I'm like, all right. These cameras came in last Friday.
Yep.
And I went to Cape Girardeau on Saturday and tried to plug them all in and get them to work, and they wouldn't work. Mm-hmm. No big deal. Okay. Why won't they work? Well, I needed a new video card. Like this Blackmagic card, the one I had that I bought 4 years ago isn't good enough anymore. So I spent $1,000 on this video card. And then I realized to convert from HDMI to SDI, I needed new converter boxes to do 4K. So those are $150 a piece. I bought 4 of those.
Okay.
So I dropped, like $1,500,
yep.
$1,600, whatever. And I'm like, in Springfield, they've got an amazing internet feed. I'm going to stream this event in 4K. Like we're first ever bowling tournament, streamed in 4K. I'm pumped, ready to go.
I was pumped.
So all that stuff comes in Thursday to my house.
Yep.
So I hook it all up and it won't work. I cannot get a picture. So I'm like, what is the deal? And I'm using SDI cables from 2013. Yep. So then I Google search online after about an hour of sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe the SDI cables have upgraded. Maybe you got to have HD, SDI cables. And guess what? That was the problem. I went to Micro Center, bought a 10-footer.
Yep.
Because they didn't have any 50-footers, which is what I need for here. And, nope, that was the problem. So then I tried to source 50-footers and get them in a day. Amazon Prime, called all these AV houses here and in St. Louis. So I thought I might have had a solution, and it did not work. So we are streaming, guys. We are using Sony AX30 cameras with really nice lenses on them. And we are streaming in 1080p. But I tried to get to 4K for everybody. And like the inner workings of the tournament staff all know as well, we were trying to get to 4K because I was really pumped about having the first ever that I know of bowling 4K broadcast in the United States. And I fell short. I fell short.
It does look really good. It looks crisp still. And we appreciate you trying.
I mean, we went from $125 cameras bought on eBay in 2014 or something to $6,000 cameras.
Yeah.
So hopefully people do notice the difference.
So here's my question for the future of streaming. Maybe not for you, for maybe just some of the other people.
Yep.
What is stopping everyone from converting and just biting the bullet of the cost to get the better product? Because I think and saying this open-mindedly for bowling, I think it's hard to make streaming look cool for bowling.
Yeah,
Because
it
there's
is.
only so much you can do, which you know.
Yep.
But one thing you can do is make it as quality as possible. So why haven't people, whatever companies that are doing it, kind of gotten over that hump? It's just the cost efficiency.
Yeah. So let's just take me first. Inside bowling,
Yes.
I come in, I do one feed, right? And there are some people that are like, Mike, how come you don't have every pair covered, right? Well, that would require another laptop for every pair, another camera setup, blah 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 blah. I could do it. Like I could do 2 streams.
Yeah.
I am capable of being able to do that if I
believe
really wanted to. But then it kind of, when you start adding multiple streams, you kind of need to add multiple people.
Yeah.
I need to have like another guy here to go check on that stream or sit in here with me or whatever, and then that adds an expense. And then I got to go to the tournament and say, hey guys, instead of this amount, now I need 1.5x because I got to pay somebody to come.
Yeah.
And then it takes money out of the bowler's prize fund. So there's this like sweet spot, right?
Yep.
So let's just take my event here right now that I'm streaming here, my booth, right?
Yep.
To stream at 1080p right now, we're streaming at 9 megabits up, or whatever that is, 9 MPS.
Okay.
I'm not a guru with that. You guys have here at the center, actually I didn't even run a stream test, but it's one of the best, one of the best internets in the whole country. What am I doing? Speed test. What an idiot. So I believe your upload here is like 700 or 800.
That's really good in the bowling
And
alley.
I need like 9 for this stream at 1080.
Yeah, it's at 600.
That's the down right now. And we're going to check the up in just a second. Okay. So in order to stream this thing, I need 9 up, which typically means you need about 4x of that for it not to ever have any issues. Mm-hmm. And you guys are 550 up.
That's
okay,
really
which is
good.
unbelievable. Okay. Most centers I go to, like next week I'm going to New Mexico Open, they have 30 up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, we just do it bigger and better here. I'm just kidding.
So
that is really good.
So I was looking at the 4K stream. If I would have streamed at 4K at this event, I needed 20 up for one channel.
For one channel.
One channel, 20 up. So next week in New Mexico at the New Mexico Open, I have these cables coming, so I'm hoping to do 4K there.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's only a 30 up signal, so maybe 20 I may not be able to do 4K because the internet's not as good there. Depending on how everything, it was meant to be here.
It was meant to be for here.
So let's take a platform like Bowl TV.
Okay.
For Bowl TV to do this, I don't want to speak for them, but I don't think it's really the financial investment of the equipment.
Yeah.
I think they'd be comfortable doing that.
More the efficiency.
But if you have 8 or 9 channels,
yeah.
okay, now you need 160 up, which really means you need about 300 up.
And
there are probably 5% of the bowling centers in the country have that. Now, you could stream the main in 4K.
Yeah.
And have all the sub-channels stream at 1080.
Yeah. I mean, what's stopping them from doing that,
Well, I just don't think, this just
I didn't know that about, like, the upload speed and
yeah,
like
this
that,
just
so.
kind of became
That's news to me.
available, right? Like, this is just, you got to think Bowl TV has got, 2 cameras every pair. You'd be looking at $15,000. You're looking at $100,000 investment.
Yeah. I get, that's just a open discussion question.
It is.
You got to get over the humps of some of the things that I think bowling's behind on, and we've had these talks many times.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to make bowling get over that hump to looking even cooler, if you don't understand the game. So
yeah, and here's kind of what I'm thinking. I've been streaming since 2010. We started on Ustream, we went to live stream, and then we came over to YouTube as soon as they provided a streaming opportunity. You could stream on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And we're about to roll 100,000 subs, Kevin. We're at 98.6.
Proud of you.
Okay. I just thought, how awesome would it be that when we get to 100K, Inside Bowling now streams in 4K, right? Like, we hit a milestone.
Yeah.
It's a big celebration. So wouldn't that be awesome for us to up our game at 100K? I've been trying to figure out a way to reward the audience and like celebrate 100,000 subscribers. And I thought this 4K thing would be an opportunity. And because of Sony, they're kind of hooking it up and making it happen for me. I don't know what the future holds outside of this month. We got to have some talks, but
at least it's a good month so far.
It is. It is. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look good. You can definitely tell the difference, at least, for the people that have watched our streams before or your streams here. Just me sitting in the booth with you.
Yep.
There's a little bit of level up of quality.
And ZVL Bowling, I upgraded my laptop at the end of the year last year, so I've got the crazy expensive computer now to do it. So I'm ready for this. But I'm kind of dogging that we're not in 4K this weekend, but I do still think upgrading our cameras to what they are, I still think this picture's sick. I can't wait to go home and watch it on my 85-inch and watch the archive and just see the difference.
So, I have a little bit of I can't really say pet peeve, but something that always bugs me is like, let's say we're qualifying, and this is not me dogging on Bowl TV at all. This is just talking about what the streaming services is. When we bowl, qualifying and things like that, let's say we don't get a video from like our vlogs or anything like that from someone filming for us, and something cool happens in qualifying and we go pull the clip and like screen record it. It just never looks that good, and anytime I have cool screen recordings, I don't really ever post them because they're just not quite good quality. Like this, I feel like people can snag some clips on them in qualifying and posting. It's going to look nice and crisp.
Yeah, and being someone who works on that platform, the reason for that, 9 times out of 10, is just the internet bandwidth speed and what they have to
I never really
stream at.
thought about that. It does make sense, though, if I think about it for more than a second.
Yeah, I mean, there's many centers that are like 20 up, and you're trying to run 9 channels.
Yeah.
So you have to stream at 1 meg at 720.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
Right.
on 35 and 6, I'm gonna cut you off from the camera because I have to point this out. The world of bowling, they giveth and they taketh away, as they always say. Dylan Burns shows a good shot, trips a 9-pin, something out the back, kind of clips it. Jared gets up there, blower 710 on the same pair. When you're Jared in that instance, you're like, man, really? I just split, and this guy kind of chips out a 9. They both should have struck, honestly, but man, it's crazy how bowling works that way. And then Dylan doesn't like the second one, and 10 pins. Dylan bowling 250. His partner's got 2-0 left. I think 450 is going to be a good score all day. I think it's going to be a good score. 150 for Jared. AJ needing a double, so that way they don't lose any pins in their plus-minus column. We have standings after 1 already?
We do?
As he's posting them. This Mike's good at his job.
I'm working on it here.
Do you know Casey Murphy's partner?
I don't.
You don't? So you don't know how to say his name? His last name? I want to hear you give it a good try, because I know how to say it.
I'll give her a shot.
Because I'm bad at reading, just in general, and then names on top of that. Last night, TJ Lazar, I said Lazar because I thought Lazar was cooler, so I said Lazar. Give it a go here. Casey Murphy and Trevor.
So it's the end of it that I'm not sure which direction to go. I've got Piper Gerd. So is it Piper Gerties or is it Piper Gertis?
You know what's funny is you got the first half wrong. It's Peeper Gerties.
Peeper Gerties.
That's a tough one. That's a cool last name.
Peeper Gerties.
Peeper Gerties.
Okay.
AJ gets a double in the 10th to get his team to plus a couple.
All right, and I'm going to try to figure out a way to get you guys standings. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to work on it to where you guys can go and look at them. All right. There are the standings currently. Prather and Biondo. Wait a minute. Is this even in order? Yeah, it is.
Yeah. 487. Okay. Jared Thompson, AJ Rice, 473. Kyle Sherman, Ryan Soberfield, 464.
Yep.
Casey Murphy, Trevor Peepergerties at 440. In 5th is Shea Bittenbender and Tim Brandt at 438. I love this scoring pace.
It is lower.
I think it is good. I think it's good. You go all the way down to 10th place at 405. This is a little bit smaller squad this morning. We have 16 on the squad here. The next squad for B squad's the big one, as it always is. I think it's like one team away from being full. But I love the scoring pace because usually when scores are high, game one are ridiculous, and then they slowly come down. But if they're already not that high, I think they just kind of stay there all day, and that gives more people a chance, in my opinion, because sometimes when it's a strike fest, it's just about matching up versus like staying close, making good shots. And personally, as a bowler of my caliber of striking, I like to be able to have to make better shots and stay close if I don't bowl 240 and bowl 210 instead. So love the scoring pace. Game one, I'm curious to see where they go and how much they go down.
Jared's not going to be too happy.
He's not very happy. Also, it's tough. I don't know what he left in the 7th, but he pocket 710 in the 10th. He could have bailed out 190. You bowl 430 with your partner bowling 240 there. You take that game, especially with the way the scores are. But right now, your current leaders, Chris and Biondo. Prather looking to shoot 240 with a double in the 10th. And he might make sure to get the first one. And Biondo's pumped. I mean, the double fist in the air, game 2.
Brandon Biondo might be one of my favorite amateur bowlers to watch.
It's
know
either
what?
a flamethrower up 5 or the slow wheel of doom.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say something right now.
Oh, God.
That you're going to probably be like, I don't know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying.
Okay.
All right. Brandon Biondo is as interesting to amateur bowling, watching him bowl, as Anthony Simonson is to the PBA Tour.
I get what you're saying. The tricks are just, like, very apparent.
Like, if you're watching Simo, it's like you never know what he might do on the next shot. He might throw a backup ball. He might grab plastic and play right up the track when he needs 230 in a position round. Like, you never know what he's going to do.
Rangefinder.
Brandon Biondo is the same way.
I agree.
Obviously, Brandon's a one-handed traditional player, but he does so many things.
It's funny, too, because we see it often. Like, he always bowls well at your event, at Holiday Doubles. And he bowls a lot of the weekend stuff. And you see, like, when he's doing things on the lanes, like, there's some guys where you can't mimic what they're doing. It's like, if Jacob Butch's striking and I'm struggling and the ball rep tells me do what Jacob's doing, I just can't, Biondo's one of those guys because Biondo will take like a super big ball, shine it up until it looks like straight glass, and then he will throw it 23 up 6 on house.
Yep.
No one else is doing that. Or the next game, he will slide it 55 and hook the whole lane. So he is fun to watch, and he's got that, he's got that funky ball roll. He's got a whole bunch of tilt. So his ball just does something different than most people's do, and it allows him to do those tricks a little bit easier. But he's just a good bowler. I mean, he's a really good bowler. He bowls well here every year that he bowls this event. And it's funny, he was a last-minute decision because he has a baby number 2 on the way, and he wasn't going to bowl, but Chris Forey couldn't make it this weekend to bowl with Chris Prather. So Prather tagged in Biondo, and here he is.
Yeah, and if you're Brandon Biondo, you got to be sitting there and your phone rings, or probably didn't ring. It was probably a text message in today's world. But Chris Prather, what's Prather want? What's KP want? Want to bowl a tournament with me next week?
You're like, yeah.
And he's like, he's probably got to sit there every once in a while and go, I just got a text from one of the best bowlers in the world.
Yep.
He could pick anybody in his phone, and he picked me. How do you ever say no to that?
It's hard not to. They live in the same area, and Biondo and Prather have been friends for a long time.
Biondo take a re-rack, and that's a lane talk thing there, or did I miss something?
There's no way. There's no way he got it. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It showed a gutter, but then...
Yeah.
That was weird.
And, as I get away from doing the point and shoot of the scoreboards and switch over to the lane talk usage here, there are some bugs still with this.
Yeah.
But what lane talk has done is they've done a tremendous job of being able to integrate this scoring.
I have some criticism about lane talk. The one thing that I'm not a fan of is I don't love the running total as you're bowling a game. So, like right now, you have Brian Stubblefield has 170 in the 8th, and his total is 429.
Yeah.
I would just rather see what did he bowl game 1, and then I can just do the math. Or if this is game 3, what did he shoot the first 2 if he shot 429? That's the only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit, because sometimes it takes a second to be like, okay, well, what did he shoot this game? What does he need? Where is he at?
Yeah.
Other than that, it's amazing. You know, we use it on tour, and you can pull so many stats. The fact that you don't have to do the point aim thing now, and you can look at a way cleaner graphic.
Yeah.
And you can just let it do its thing is awesome, and I love that. Just the running total is not my biggest thing, but maybe that's just me.
I love that you guys have the names in there too, and not A, B, C, and D.
Well, we do that every year.
I know, but I'm just saying when I stream a lot of tournaments.
See those little details that weekend events don't typically do that, and I think maybe because of the system they might have. But I love that we do that. It's just like a little detail that's like nice. Easier for them on the back end because they can just pull scores.
Easier for me. Easier for the viewer.
Yeah. And that's why we should be sold out every year, guys. So if you aren't bowling, come on, be our friends. Come bowl.
Brandon Carlson over here. Look at him. Look at him go here.
He strikes. He's one of those guys as well. He lofts it 4 or 5 feet down the lane. He throws it really hard.
Now, is Katie, is that his fiance?
I'm not sure if they are engaged, married. They're together, but I don't know the status of how together. But they've been together for a while.
She's a good bowler, too.
She throws it well.
Yeah.
She's bowled us a couple of times. I think his partner backed out kind of last minute, and he was like, I'll just bowl with Katie.
Yeah,
So
and they're great people. Always so
giveaway.
respectful, so nice. Always come up, say hello.
Yeah.
Got to say the same about Rick Justice. Rick, another one. God, he's a staple. Always comes out and supports your event. I see him here every year.
We used to bowl Swiss trios together in Wichita, and I've known Rick for a long time. And yeah, I mean, it's just like I love seeing the familiar faces that come to our event all the time, and a lot of them that probably don't bowl as much as they used to when I was like first started bowling on the weekends. A lot of them just bowl because they're like, man, we love your event, we're going to support you, and I love that. Like, I don't ever peer pressure anyone to actually bowling, even though I just said about 1 minute ago everyone come bowl my event. But
then you got Marky Mark here from Total Bowling Gear. Him and Jeff Ussery up there doing some great things up in Kansas City.
Mark hated that shot, and it laid there because he's good like that.
Helping so many good bowlers up there.
I have a fun fact about Mark Henniger.
Okay.
I don't know how this happened, but when I owned a house here in Springfield and I decided to move, I was selling some stuff out of my house, like some TVs and things, because I wasn't going to bring anything with me to California. And I sold like a small TV to his wife, and she just came by to the grader like a couple weekends later, and she picked it up. And I don't know how this worked, but I just have all Roku TVs, and you can just sign into your Roku, and it always pulls up what apps you use and stuff. Their Disney Plus is signed into my newest TV that I have at my house in Dallas. So I get Disney Plus because they're signed in on the TV I sold them.
That's great.
And it took me a while to figure out because I'm like, I don't have Disney Plus. And then I'm like, it's like his kid's name. And then it's like, this has to be the Hennigers. So shout out to you guys for giving me Disney Plus for free. I don't know how that happened, because they've never been to my house to sign into my bedroom TV in Dallas. But I got Disney Plus now because of them.
How about Kyle Sherman here? Nice to see him come out and be here. Brad's going to bowl a little bit later with Spencer Robarge, but great to see Brad and Kyle bowling a Missouri event. I know Kyle has moved to the East Coast.
Kyle's grinding
to be the family man.
Grind right now.
Yeah, I think Stubblefield's more of a grinder here this game, to be honest. He opens with a triple, then all spares going up to the 10th frame, and look, he's got a chance to go triple, all spares, triple to end the game, bookends.
That's just like an elite, like clean game. When they're a little tricky, again, they just bowled 440. It's a great game. As you look around, you see we had 460, 430, 430, 440, 220 pace.
We'll head right over here. We're going into game number 3. Kevin Williams here in the booth with me. My name is Mike Flanagan. We got Casey Murphy, and I got to get this right. Trevor.
Come on.
Peepergurdy.
There it is. He got it.
Tony Yarborough and Craig Hendrick.
Pinky
of course,
Saint.
Tim and Shay, Jared Thompson, and AJ Rice.
Where would you rank? Because there's a lot of like amateur or weekend warrior doubles, like duos that bowl everything together. Where would you rank Tim and Shay in the like all-time list of like weekend warrior doubles? Because there's a lot like a Dan Higgins and Chad Roberts I'd put in like a list like that. There's a lot of guys that bowl the same stuff all the time. Where would you rank them? in the all-time list of doubles teams.
Yeah, and I'm going to date myself a little bit. The Queen and Adcock comes into play, right? Queen and Adcock.
Yep.
Obviously, they don't bowl a whole lot of stuff together anymore because Tom's out bowling on the PBA 50 tour like full
a Brett
time.
Shepard and Mike Wolf.
Mike Wolf, yeah. But they don't necessarily always do it anymore. Now they switch it up with Tony Lambert and some other guys.
And Derek Roseberry.
Roseberry,
but those four kind of always bowl
They
together.
do interchange. I think they're right up there. I mean, I do think
Top
they're right
three?
up there. Yes. And the reason why I'm having any sort of hesitation whatsoever is, I stream a lot of doubles tournaments.
Yeah, you do.
And I don't see them at all of them.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised, I don't see them at Nightmare Doubles.
Me and Tim bowled that one year and got second, and then I never bowled again.
Yeah, and that's another good one too, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is I guess the events that I stream and cover, I feel like they would really excel at, and I'm just a little disappointed I don't see them at more events. They choose to bowl more around the St. Louis area, which is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because you got to work. They got full-time jobs, and the travel can be a pain. And Tim has a kid and everything else like that, so I get it. But those two, it's going to be interesting moving forward because Shay's moving to Detroit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that
he's
at all.
moving to Detroit in like a week.
Okay.
So they're not going to be Tango and
duo
Cash.
splitting up?
Well, but
That's heartbreaking.
But here's the thing.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I call that the blow your back out 10.
Shay. I'm sure Shay is going to make a lot of trips to St. Louis.
I would imagine so. They're definitely a top 3 duo. There's like a household duo's name. They've won a lot together. They're always in the mix if they don't win. They're best buds.
Let's take a look at AJ's shot again.
This is the ultimate blow your back out 10. That looks so good. Ugh.
He did convert it. Now, after watching that shot, when I've seen AJ bowl his best over the years, he's got a little more tilt at the foul line.
Yep.
And he's not as quite upright.
Yep.
And he sticks the shot a little bit more. I haven't seen him bowl in a while. I'm not saying that he's bowling bad. I'm sure he's bowling great. But I would like to see AJ a little lower, a little more flex in the knees, and stay down and through the shot and post it a little bit better.
This pair looks a little tricky for the right-handers as Tim gets half a loaf on 38.
Yep.
And then Shay
210s.
210s, almost 2 810s.
So they're coming in light. So both of their reads to me is that the pattern's probably stretching.
Yep. Carry down.
And they need to either ball up or they need to get back to the right a little bit and attack the dry a little bit better.
I would, if I was bowling with either one of them. Now, Shay's obviously closer than Tim as Shay went double, and then 210 is closer than half a loaf. I'm not a huge fan of moving back right. I'm more a fan of slowing down and getting your ball to slow down a little bit with ball speed. So if I'm Shay, hey, throw it a little slower. If I'm Tim, I think you got to get your angles a little more open. Send them a little more right. Get it around the pattern. Clacks a 10.
Let's take a look at Tony here real quick. Let's zoom in on Tony.
Tony Yarbrough. I've done some winning with him in my Weekend Warrior days. We've won a handful of doubles events together.
See, I think if Tony was like 3-3 right, that would be even better for him.
I would agree with Tony because his rev rate's a little lower, but when you got guys that have a little higher rev rate like a Tim or Shay, it's so much harder to get back right without having to like flame throw it with your speed. I gotta be honest, I love a hammer logo on Tim's chest. I'm not around the Missouri boys nowhere near as much. I kind of forget people, company switches and things like that as Casey pocket 4-9s.
He's really whipping it. And folks, what I'm going to do on the break today is I'm going to set up a Google Drive where we can drop all these PDFs of the scores in a Google Drive, and then I'll post that at the top of the chat for the rest of the day. I'm not going to do it during A Squad because I want to make sure I'm on the right account, and I want to hook in the tournament office.
Posting it on our like event page,
okay,
our Facebook page. So if you guys want to see the standings, if you don't want to wait to hear us talk about it, it's Greater Ozarks double shootout, 10K Greater Ozarks double shootout, Facebook. Just go like that page. We will update on Facebook for you guys. Let's have another revenue of information.
Let me, I'll post that link in the chat room. We'll go with that right there. All right, I just pinned that at the top of the chat, everybody.
There you go.
I do want to welcome in all of our viewers here today. We've got strong viewership here today, as we always do down here in Springfield for this event. A lot of pros bowling, a lot of good amateur bowlers. Of course, Kevin in the booth all the time brings a lot of knowledge. Nice entertainment as well.
That.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Fake knowledge. I just fake it till I make it, guys.
So what big teams do we have coming up on B Squad today? You and Ryan.
No, just Ryan Barnes. just Ryan Barnes. Let me pull up a sheet for you here. I've got one somewhere. All right, let me say some notable names.
And that's at 1:30 today.
That's at 1:30 p.m. We have Farrell Williams and Zach Wilkins. Zach just got his first PBA regional, so he officially can bowl the TOC PTQ. And if he wins the national title, he just gets in the event. That's a really good team right off the bat. Blake Demore is bowling with Tom Bohannon. People should know Blake Demore from this area. He's a very good Springfield bowler. We've got Cam Crow and Bug Kroll.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good one. They runner-up from last year. Obviously, Bug, elite bowler on tour.
Yeah, shout out Michael Holloman and Dimitri Cruz, who won last year.
Yeah, they are also bowling on B Squad. Nick Crummell and Keegan Alexander are really good. Kendall Martin just won the Missouri Masters that you streamed last weekend.
He bowled great.
Bowling with Mike Dole.
I was so happy for him.
Yeah. We have Jeff, a sneaky team that I tried to buy last night when we were talking about that. Jeff Campbell and Russ Alviat.
Yeah.
Jeff is a good bowler. I don't know how well known he is to the viewers maybe, but he's a good bowler. Russ is a good bowler. And last time I bowled against Russ, I bowled an event up in Minnesota in his 2-game total pins in match play, and he bowled like 589 at me for 2. So
yeah, Russ can bowl.
I wanted to get my get back by buying them so I could get a portion of him striking. Zeke Bate, a notable name again. We talked about it earlier. I don't know Mike. I'm just going to assume he's good, but Zeke Bate, a great bowler. Tony Resnick has bowled this event almost every year, I'm pretty sure, if not every year.
And just won an eagle.
Just won an eagle.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
In team event.
That is awesome. So
yeah.
A new eagle winner. That's amazing. AJ Chapman and Sean Lavery having one of my favorite moments from our years of filming this and streaming this when they won, and he snagged the mic from you and said, all heart. I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that. He has some grit to him. I've got the chance to win Snowman doubles with Sean. Chapman, an elite bowler. Spencer Robarge and Brad Miller, another really good team. Ryan Powers and his partner, a really good team. I would say that's a good amount of pretty elite bowlers right there. And then, do you know who Bryce Oliver is? Do you know that name by chance?
I do. I can't put a picture to it,
and
though.
Then his partner Trey.
Are those
Trey
Wichita
bowls at
guys?
Wichita. Bryce, I think he lives in Kentucky now.
Okay.
Two-handed lefty, he throws it sick. He's on Junior Team USA. I'm pretty sure he finished 4th at trials this year.
Okay.
I think is what Ryan Barnes told me. But the kid throws it sick, so I'm excited. They moved over to B Squad. I think they're a sleeper team because I don't know how many people really know their names yet. But Bryce is a good bowler. He bowled. It's funny. So CT, tournament director and manager at Enterprise Park Lanes here, Chris Taylor, he sent me a video of Bryce like maybe a month ago and said, this is the first ever two-hander that like genuinely throws it very close to you. Like you guys throw it very similar. And usually when people send me those, it doesn't look close. But I actually would agree. We have similar pushaways. Our backswings are a little higher for a two-hander. He actually was no grips like I was for years. So CT sends me that, and then a week later I go bowl Nationals at Baton Rouge, and I bowl Bowler's Journal Squad, as most people do, to kind of warm up, get the legs under them. And who's bowling to my right? Bryce Oliver, which I didn't really know who he was until CT sent a video, and then the next tournament I bowl, he's bowling the same squad as me, and he bowled 300 there, and then he bowls 300 in maybe team event or singles and doubles. The kid throws at 6, so I'm excited to see how they bowl. I think that'll be a sneaky team that I almost wanted to buy. I don't know what they went for last night, but
Got some standings here after 2 if you want to take a look. Prather and Biondo, 931. You got Sherman and Stubblefield at 917. Burns and Baumgartner at 887. Then you got Powers and Brundage at 882. At 877 is Thompson and Rice. AJ bowls 268, 247. He's carrying Jared right now, the house mouse. Justice and Henninger right now at 871. At 856 is Casey Murphy and Peeper Gerties. We've got Derek Fair and Miles Schwander at 844. At 841 is Tim and Shea. At 820 is Furzy and Carlson. And you got Carl Williams and Aaron Holloman at 810. Those are your teams that are plus right now.
what do you think of the scoring pace, dude?
I love it.
I honestly, I am very happy to see the scoring pace. Again, guys, I have no dictation.
I like the scoring pace even more because I got LaCory and Kai Evans. Right?
I just think when the scoring pace is at what it's at right now, where like 220 is a good game, it brings so many more teams into play. The separation of like max reaction guys that get some off hits and have a little bit more power than the next guy, that separation gets a little smaller, and it allows shot making and ball knowledge to come into play a little bit more, and you're going to see a lot different styles. So like as you look at the standings, we have 2 one-handers leading. We have actually the 4 guys up top are all one-handers. Oh, most of these people are one-handers, really. But you got some lefties in there. You got some one-handers in there. You got some high rev rate guys. You got some guys that play a little straighter. So there's not a trend like sometimes you come to these events and all you see is, oh, another two-handed righty who's hooking it, another high rev righty hooking it, another lefty, another lefty, another lefty. You got a little bit of everyone in there. Casey Murphy and Trevor Peepergerty. Those are, I wouldn't say low rev rate one-handers, but on the lower side in today's game. And they're in the mix. So I love the scoring pace right now. I think people will be pleased with that, who are bowling anyways. Maybe I'm wrong, though. You can't please them all. Every time I think the scoring pace is good, someone's going to come up and say, I hated the scoring pace. But, you can't please them all, Mike. I think you should know that.
Can't please them all.
Can't please them all, but you can try your damnedest.
I'm going to go make a slight adjustment to this camera as well.
Okay.
And the adjustment that I'm making is you can adjust these cameras
for
to
the focus
on the pins or focus on the player in the front. And I changed the one on the right to focus on the pins.
Yeah.
So I think this one's focused on the player in the front, and I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it's fixing it. It's just I'm just trying to dial in these cameras.
Yeah, just see what looks different. It looks good to have the players be crisp, but I think you'd like it better more to see what the ball's
pins.
doing.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
But it looks good either way. The team on 28 right now with Shannon and Brennan, we got to love the matching jerseys. And we got to love that they're bullfight as well, guys. I love that. But I love a good matching jersey in a doubles team. It just adds a little bit of factor to chemistry. And chemistry is big when it comes to events like this, in my opinion. I think sometimes you look on paper and you see 2 guys that are superstars, but if they've never really bowled too much together or don't know each other that well, sometimes that translates into bowling. You don't really know how to tell them to adjust, or maybe you're afraid to tell them to adjust because you aren't that close, where you get some other guys that, like a Tim and Shea is the obvious example. When you're really close, with your doubles partner, you can tell them, hey, that shot sucked, dude. Be better. And they'll be like, you're right. But I love a good doubles jersey match with the little pinstripe right there. It looks good. So bonus pins to them. Not pins, bonus points, which won't go towards their score. And speaking of friends that bowl well together, Brandon and Chris are striking. Front 7 for Brandon Biondo. Strike, spare, 5-bagger for KP. They got a max of 580. That would skyrocket them up. That would skyrocket. They already have the lead after 2. 480, 440. Prather bowling 260, 230. Biondo just grinding 220, 20. But that's what you got to do in a doubles. You just while your partner's striking, if you can just stay close for them, that's really the formula. You're not always both going to strike. It's really hard to do that in doubles events unless you're someone like Chris Prather and Biondo right now. This game. A little up the lane there for Chris. You see it gets offline a little early. I think that's going to be what keeps scores down. Now, I say that to the guy that is averaging 250 and his partner has all of them. But I think what's going to keep scores low is the middle part of the lane is flat, like Mike said earlier when he brought up the lane graph. I also, what you guys don't see, well, you will in the ball motion, but what we see whenever we're bowling is the middle part of the lane hooked too. So as it's flat there and it hooks, it's going to force guys more in because you try to create shim with angle through the fronts. So you try to throw it further away from the head pin. And as you do that, it just makes the middle part of the lane hook even more. I think that's going to be what keeps scores down the last couple games. And people are just going to have to combat that with some tricks with their hand, throw some weaker balls. Some loft is going to be definitely in play. Some guys might do what Mike said and go back right and give them the heater Ricky. But we'll see when that happens down the road because we are only in game 3. And right now, this is where people are going to get most of the scores. They know what the lanes are asking of them as Biondo slaps it out, a little light mixer. They know what the lanes are asking them right now. They're in game 3. They're transitioning to a point where they should be pretty open for everybody. So this is where you want to get your score the next couple games as Biondo's doing that. Mark Henniger's got a 4-bagger. He did this the last game, too. He went spare, 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 and then he had all of them to the 10th. I don't remember if he got the second one in the 10th. I know he got the first one in the 10th. Yeah, he pulled 260, so he doubled in the 10th. So he's looking to bowl the same game. Spare, 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 sheet. As we look at Shannon Coleman on 28.
Hey, real quick here, we've got Track as a sponsor of this event, and this week on Inside Bowling, we've got our Deal of the Week. Every week we have a Deal of the Week that starts at 3 o'clock every Wednesday, and that's Eastern. It runs for 1 week. We got $15 Track T-shirts here. You can check it out at InsideBowling.com, and you can save 15% on all other apparel with coupon code YouTube, and that's good year-round.
I love that you guys do the old school logos, like the old school CG logos and the old bowling logos. They look good. It looks good. I'm a big retro kind of guy. I had a jersey last year that I made that was like checkered, and when I was still Columbia, I had a little detail in there that, do you remember the old Columbia CG or Mass Bias?
Yeah.
That was like a hand in a bowling ball.
Yeah.
That was on my jersey. Everyone was like, what is that? And I was like, it's the old CG logo. And they're like, oh, or the Columbia logo. Light mixture on lane 30 for Rick Justice. As you guys see, if you saw that shot, his ball gets a little forward down lane, kind of by the rangefinders. It tells me that he either needs to rotate it just a little bit to get it to try to store a little bit of energy, or hit that ball, which it looks shiny, but I can't quite tell what that ball is. That ball's just trying to burn up a little too soon, get a little too forward down lane. Where you watch Mark, who's bowling really well right now, which, you know, Rick is still bowling 240, but just going off of that shot. Mark's ball is kind of storing a little bit more energy. It's a little more round down lane, a little more continuous. I say that, and kind of light mixers, but this ball's still trying to go through the pins where Rick's got a little forward. So we'll see what Rick's shot does on the left lane. As Biondo looking for the front 9 on 27. Bang. See, that's exactly kind of like what you were talking about. The lanes are hooking a good amount. Like, it's game 3. A lot of guys are into 4th arrow, 20, 24 at the arrows. And Biondo is deep at his laydown, but his break point's like 11. Like, everyone else is kind of going around the pattern. I would imagine Prather's is going to be a little steeper here. It's going to get kind of a little more right down lane, where Biondo's like trapping it at the 3-pin. And just a lot of guys' bowling balls aren't going to be able to do that. Like, look at Prather. His ball got to about 7 down lane. Biondo's last shot got to like 11. It's crazy. Prather's ball would get offline so quick if he tried to shut down his angles a little bit more. And when I say shut down the angles, I mean just a little straighter. All right, Rick Justice. Let's see if he can get his ball to come off the spot a little bit better than the last one. Oh, light mixer again.
Take a peek over here and just see how everybody's doing over here. Shea with 242. That's a big game, especially when we saw him leave the 210 there in the 3rd.
This would be a good 2-team for Tim if he can find a double, because you look at, he's got 7-2, 5 spare, 9 spare, 8 spare, 3-bagger. I don't know what the 8-1 was, but if he can find a way to 2-team, get his team to 450, be a great score. Dion Burns. Oh, when he goes runaway Brooklyn on lane 38 to get to 2-0, assuming you at least get count on this next shot. You take those breaks. The rules are you have to take that strike. You don't get a redo for pride or anything. You just get that strike. Chris Prather, 230. Chris Prather is going really well right now. 230 is a great score. I mean, it's above the pace. Yeah, they're getting tight down lane. They're stretching out a little bit. There's 30 mils on the lane. That's a good amount of oil for an amateur event. And you guys can see now that the pattern is starting to stretch out a little bit down lane, which is going to make it harder for your ball to go through the pins. You're going to start to try to hit it a little bit more. That makes it get offline a little sooner if you don't throw it great. But I know who's throwing it great right now, and that would be Brandon Biondo. He has a front 9 looking for a 10-bagger. See where his ball gets at down lane.
He didn't like it.
10, 11. 10, 11, light mixers. Prather's getting his to like 6, 7. Most people are getting their ball to like 6, 7, 8. And Biondo's 3 boards left of that down lane. And that's a huge amount. When you talk down lane being 3 boards, that's a big amount.
These are your tournament leaders currently as well.
And they're going to lead even more.
How much are they over after 2 games?
131.
So they bowled 487 and 444. What has Brandon bowled the first 2?
He's just 420, just kind of grinding.
219, 205?
Yeah, just pulling, just like hanging in there while his partner was averaging 250. Prather was 100 over. He's 20 over, so that's what you want. And now, Biondo said, it's my time. That one a little bit more right. Wraps the 10. That was that kind of in-between shot. I bet if he gets it a little more right than that, that got to like 9. If that gets to 8, 7, 8, it comes off of it, and I think it strikes. Or if he gets inside of 9 to where he threw the last one, he light mixers. That was that in-between, like, always going to wrap 10 shot. The frustrating one where you just, I bet he probably knew he was going to wrap 10. I know it. I can just feel it for him. 289, 235, that's a great score. 288 because he just whiffed that by a mile.
That's a house bowler right there.
That's all right.
I heard something in a vlog many years ago about 8-baggers versus spares.
That guy's a genius.
I just heard something.
That guy's a genius. I mean, that thing went strong. That thing still goes strong.
I know.
Team 8-baggers, if you guys know. Team 8-baggers over team spares. I did curse myself from that because when I made that argument, I was a good spare shooter, and then I went on a 2-year hiatus of spare shooting. So,
Isn't it crazy how some stuff sticks and some stuff doesn't?
I know, and you never know what is or isn't, too. So you could think something's funny to you, and you're like, oh, this is the one, and then no one cares. And then that one was like, oh, we're just joking.
And that's the one that you're probably like, yeah, that's the one. That
Still to this day,
Yeah.
people are like, come up to me, like Junior Gold. You know, we always go to Junior Gold and get to meet everybody on registration day, and everyone's like, Team Spare. So I'm like, nuh-uh, Team A-Baggers, guys. Jesse Murphy looking to double in the 10 to get to 2 teen. And Nick Claxton's a 10-pin for 2-0. His partner can get to 190, so they're kind of grinding. That's not really going to hurt them and won't really help either. Just going to kind of keep them a hit or two out.
This is an event you can re-enter, right?
Yes.
Okay, so not to say that teams are going to want to do that, but some might have to making the trip. So 1 and 4 are going to get cash.
Yep.
1 and 4 cash.
Cash and make it to Sunday.
And then the top 16 make it to the bracket.
Yes, correct. And 1 through 4 gets 2 buys. 5 through 8 gets 1 buy. And it's best. I think we went back to 2 of 3, or not back. We went to 2 of 3. Baker, single elimination. I think that's the most fun format.
Oh, it is fun.
I think it's the most fun. I think for both viewers and the bowlers. I think you don't bowl too many Baker formats. So it's fun for the guys to do that. It's a different aspect to like the team portion of the bowling. And then the viewers, it just makes it way more entertaining in my opinion. We've had some crazy matches in our years streaming here. And every year it doesn't disappoint. We've had a lot of controversy. We've had comeback wins. We've had wild finishes where people choke them off. It just like, I think that's what you want as a bowler. We pretty much went fully to that on tour where we did best of 7s like they used to do kind of back in the day.
Yeah.
And some guys argue that they don't love that format because if you lead and then you get knocked out, I personally think it's the best format because it gives everyone a chance. You got to go win your match. It's not like you led and then you lose 1 game in a bracket. It's a best of 7. You should be able to figure it out.
Yep.
And then for the viewers, it is got to be the most fun. Total pins, I get it. It's the most rewarding to the best bowlers as they are deserved. But it's just not as fun to watch total pins because then you're just like, you can't always do the math. And you're just like, oh, well, how much significance does this guy bowling 220 have?
Yeah.
So, yeah. The buys are huge. Every year, we haven't really had anyone suggest anything that they would make changes to. But after year 1 and year 2, we had a couple people make some suggestions, and we listen openly to things like that. So we were best of 5 for a long time. We actually made that switch because of time, something you pointed out. Like the time went a little late for a Sunday tournament, and still best of 3 is still a long enough format that you got to earn it. So we made that switch a couple years ago. We used to be best of 5. We also used to not have the buys. We used to just be a 16-team bracket where it's 1 through 16, 2, 15. Mitch Hoope made a suggestion because they were the 1 seed, and then they got knocked out to the 16 seed. That was like, hey, we bowl qualifying, and then we bowl a cashers round, and we led by 250, and then we get knocked out. My argument was, you got to beat them. You guys were better than them. But they said, I think you should earn buys. And I said, actually, I agree. I think I like that. And it gives you something to bowl for the guys that are way up there when it comes to the cashers round, because some people just have the mindset, you just got to get into the bracket. And if it's 1 versus 16, it doesn't really matter at that point. Yes, they were the high team in qualifying, but you can beat them. So I did like the buys, so we incorporated the buys pretty quickly. I think it was year 2 we switched to it after Mitch was like, it just didn't feel fair. And I was like, actually, I agree. But we haven't really had any suggestions since then. It's just been, hey, can't wait till next year. Maybe a weekend change or something. But
yeah, and as far as time is concerned, from a bowler standpoint, I feel like you come in, you bowl your qualifying squad, and then some need a second go at it.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty full day of bowling.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, a lot of people do have to go to work, so you typically want to be completed by 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Like things should be wrapping up. People should be cruising out around 5. It's some of these formats that go till 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7:30. Like. It's kind of just tough on the bowlers, right? And there's got to be a format way, and you've made the changes to get it to where it can be wrapped up by 5. Or you just start earlier in the day. You know,
Which we start pretty early though.
On Sunday.
You know, we don't want to start so early. But
Right.
the thing about that is too, my like devil's advocate to that, or like the double-edged sword is we're bowling for big money in a weekend. We're bowling for 15, 20,000 depending on what the Calcutta looks like. It's 10 grand guaranteed, and then the Calcutta's paying 5 grand this year.
So
usually plays close to 10.
And I'm with you on that.
So I'm like, hey guys, I'm sorry you're gonna get in a little later, but man, we're bowling for some money.
Holiday doubles, we were dealing with that issue with getting out.
Now you guys got qualifying on Monday.
getting out pretty late, right, on Sunday. A lot of people couldn't make flights and stuff.
Yep.
And, you know, only so many teams make to that final, that 12 teams, right? So it's hard to book travel. And then if you make it, you got a real problem on your hands while you're trying to bowl. So we made the change, and I'm not telling you to do this here, but we made the change to where we moved the cashers round to Saturday night.
Yeah. But the thing is, we would love to do a Friday squad, but we have a single super that does very well. It sells out every year. This was the first year it didn't sell out, but we still had 90-something entries.
Yeah.
And we like that aspect that the locals can come in, they can bowl what we get to bowl on the weekend if they aren't bowling the doubles event.
Yep.
And it's just something else to kind of warm up to. And the one thing I will say to that is I do agree, but also because we have the luxury of the bracket, like you said, when 12 people make match play for you, all 12 teams have to be there the whole night.
Yeah.
At the end of it, if the teams that are there 2 hours later, but they're in the final two, y'all are making the most of the money. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I like where we're at with the format just because the single super does well, and I think a lot of the locals and people that aren't going to bowl against some of the best in the world on the weekend at least can like get a little taste of it, and it's a handicap. So I think we're good at. I think we are good. It's funny because we were best of 5 until last year. In the first couple of years, we didn't run that late, and then the last like 2 years of it, like I don't know what got slow, but it was like, oh, we're pushing 7 o'clock.
Just bowlers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It wasn't like that the first couple of years.
No.
And then you pointed it out when you're like, we're getting out late, and I was like, are we? And I was like, we are. Like, so.
Yeah, I mean, league was coming in here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
kind of like that though.
What's this dude sitting here in? I want to put my burger on this table. Yeah. I want to put this burger on this table and eat it.
I mean, me personally, I would love to keep it at best of 5 because I just like the longer formats and I like a long match just because it's fun to watch and fun to bowl. But it is what it is. We made the change, and
yeah, the other option is you just get rid of the cashers round. You just have an extended bracket all day Sunday.
But so you would do a bigger bracket then, is what you're saying, like a 32-team bracket.
Just more games. You could do your best of 5s or whatever.
But see, then it I guess that wouldn't be awful because if you're doing a re-entry, because it just feels bad to be like 7 games is such a sprint. Because now we have the 5 added cashers. You got 13 games of qualifying. It's pretty good for a weekend.
Yeah.
We really modeled a lot of what we did off of you guys. I mean, it just we switched up. I liked the bracket a little bit better than the total pins, but we love that there was a cashers off of a qualifying that gives you a little bit more games. I hate just like one qualifying block into it. So
got scores here. 1454 for Prather and Biondo. Sherman and Stubblefield at 1408. 1338 for Justice and Henninger. Now we got Burns and Baumgartner at 1315. Bittenbender and Barron at 1294. Jared Thompson, A.J. Rice at 1291. Powers and Brundage at 1290. 1265 is Fair and Schwander. You got Williams and Holloman at 1255. At 1226, you got Murphy and Pieper Gerties. And then you've got Furzy and Carlson at 1223. And the other team that's plus is Porter and Klutz at 1200. That's that even.
I'm just going to keep talking about this, Mike, because I'm just very satisfied with it. If you guys asked me the perfect scoring pace, I would show you this. And I'm not saying this because this is like the event I'm a part of. This is like the perfect scoring pace. I love where it's at. Also, guys, keep a note of we're cashing to 1 in 4. So as you look at standings, right now we have 16 teams. So if you want to kind of keep a general look on what the cut might be, look at 4th, 5th place right now is kind of the pace. Obviously, that changes a little bit, the re-entries. the insider info that I can give you guys is the C squad. A lot of teams will re-enter, and then a lot of teams end up realizing they don't need to re-enter because scores are usually way lower on C squad because guys are pressing, they're tired, they've been bowling all day, they're trying things to make it into the cut. But right now, 4th, 5th is kind of what the cut would look like in 1 and 4, which is at 100 over.
Yep, we got Shay and Tim here along with Carl and Aaron. We got Ben Porter and Chuck Klutz Jr. and Tony Yarbrough and Craig Hendrick. And I actually like what Tony just did on the last shot. He went way out to the gutter. I realized the result wasn't what he was looking for, but he went out to where the 8-to-1 ratio is. And I think if Tony can get parked out there with the right ball in his hand, I think Tony's scores might go up quite a bit.
You have such an old school bowler mentality. You like the roll it a little more forward, keep it on line in the track a little bit more. It's a new age, baby. Get left, throw it right, spin it, smack on it, throw it in the air, watch that thing hook.
I just feel like the 1-to-1 in the middle of the pattern is a big water hazard, and I'd rather hit it in the fairway. Like, I just think playing the middle of the lane is just, you got to be really, really perfect with it. I can't. I'm gonna watch Tony Yarbrough here. I'm telling you, I like what Tony's doing.
So the issue. So here's my pro bowler insight on this, Mike. In today's game, to move back right and to try to get your ball to stay on line and keep it a little bit more quote unquote in play, as some would say, because there's so much rev rate on the lane now. Like the average rev rate's so much higher, and you've got some tour guys in here and some guys that are younger that strap on it. And the technology of bowling balls are all so much stronger where now like low end balls even hook out the building.
Mm-hmm.
You destroy, and I say destroy lightheartedly, is you lose a lot of oil in the front part of the lane, and if you've got a bunch of right-handers that were playing 13, 14 at first, the front part of the lane goes so fast. So as Tony gets back right and does that, his ball is reading so soon. It's going to be fighting the front part of the lane so much that it isn't going to hook down lane, or it's going to get off line too early.
Come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Yeah, there we go.
So what he needs to do to be able to stay there, he's got to keep the hand soft. He's got to float it.
He doesn't have a ton of revs.
He doesn't have a ton of revs, and that's what he likes to do. He likes to keep it in front of him. He has a good amount of rotation, and he is softer. So he's got to really stay on top of that to stay softer, because as you see, his laydown point is at where that ratio starts. If you guys look at a graph, if you look at the bottom of this graph, you can see kind of where the mountain of oil starts. That's where you want to be your break point at. But he's laying it down where everyone's break point is at, around like that 9, 10, 11 board where you see that big cliff, as they call it, on the pattern.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you can, in theory, not talking about how much depression there is in the lanes or who you're following or whatever. If you just look at the graph only, and you've got a 8-to-1 ratio out there at about the 10th to 8th board, that means there is not as much oil to the right of the 9th, 8th board. There's hook to the right. And then there should be some shim around 10 or 11, and even a little bit more shim left of that. If you play in the middle where it's 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 across the middle, you're bowling on the U.S. Open in the middle of the lane. If you move to the outside part of the lane, you got hook to the right, and you got a little bit of shim to the left, which should give you some miss room. That's the theory behind the graph. A lot of other factors come into play on that, of course.
Obviously, topography comes into play, what your cross is.
Come on, Tony, get in there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here comes Tony Yarbrough. He moved to the right.
All right,
He's freaking killing
okay, here we go, guys. It's game 4 of me and Mike. And you guys, if you guys have watched the streams, we get into these bets of over-unders and what is...
See, watch. Shay does plaque 10. Shay right now is head and shoulders better than Tony Yarbrough today, right now. Okay, yeah. Shay's in the middle of the lane. He's playing the 1-to-1 area. He got that one a little bit to the right. That one recovered.
Oh, I hate how that was like, you know how like when the ball knocks them all down at once? I hate when it does that. I hate that. That looked awful. Shay, go right.
But if Shay were to move to the right, he's just got too much hand. Shay's got too much hand. He'd have to dare I say, he'd have to throw urethane or something out there.
All right, so we're halfway through the game. Tony's got spare strike, spare double.
Yeah.
What do you think his over-under is that he gets to? Because he has a max of 270 right now.
He's going to leave a couple. He's going to get a couple 9 counts in there.
Okay.
I'd set the over/under at 237.
I'll take the under.
You're going to take the
I'll
under
take it on lunch today.
Yarborough?
I'll take it on lunch today.
Oh, my God.
I'll take it on lunch today.
Oh, my.
After this squad, if you want some lunch, if I lose this bet, I'll buy you some lunch.
We're going to start a poll here for our viewers.
Do you want that? Do you want that bet?
Yeah.
All right. I hate to bet against Tony because that's my guy. I just think he's going to run into some carry issues, or one's going to get offline a little too soon, and then
we're going to go over. What did I say? 237. Under 237, or we're going to go exactly 237. We're going to put this poll out there for everybody. You guys vote. You guys tell me if you think Tony's got the look now. Just
the
like
old school
just like
Flanagan look.
Roxette said, playing right up the 8-1. He's going to go over or under 237 or right at 237. This is it.
All right. I'm not wishing any bad against
I love it.
It's just
This is fun.
commentating.
I
That
love
one got
it.
a little right. 2 pins. All right. Could have been worse there. Could have been worse there.
Right now, the audience is with you.
Of course they are. I'm knowledgeable and wise beyond my years. And I've never said that, and no one's ever said that about me at all.
Try this other weird transition.
Kendall Martin's #1 fan in the chat. Is that Kendall Martin? Says we want Kendall. He's not bowling right now, to whoever that may be. And if it is Kendall, that's hilarious.
So I said I thought Tony would leave 2 9 counts between now and the end of the game.
Yeah, but that's not the 9 count you want to see. A 2 pin's not a good miss. It's not like it's a 10 pin or a 4 pin.
No, you're not wrong.
I'm never wrong.
It's better than playing the middle of the lane and leaving the 1 2 4 8.
Yeah, it's
though.
better than being Shea Bittenbender bowling 250. We should have went his score versus Shea's score versus Tim's score.
Shea versus
Tony's score. Shea's
Yeah.
got 250. Shea's got 257 left with a missed single pin, and Tony's got 249 left.
Tim didn't gutter. They were clearing deadwood, so we'll see if that corrects itself. I think it will. Where do you think Norm Duke could be playing the lanes today?
I could honestly say anything and it would be correct. I could say up 3, it could be correct. I could say 40 to 18, it could be correct.
I think Norm would be playing up about 6 7.
I think he would be doing the soft hand hard up the track.
Yeah,
I do agree with that.
yeah.
I don't think he would be trying to hook it.
No.
I think he would play the friction that's right, and he would lock it up early,
Exactly.
and he would bowl 214.
214, Norm Duke.
No, now I'm just being silly.
Norm Duke.
Legend, absolute legend. So did you see the PBA posted something yesterday that they DM'd a bunch of the guys on tour and asked who their goat was growing up?
Yeah.
They didn't like my answer, so they didn't post it.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't give them a bowling answer. I didn't watch bowling growing up. So they just said, who was your GOAT growing up? They didn't say to specify bowling GOAT. I said Allen Iverson or Jim Edmonds. I think those are great pools that people would have appreciated, and they didn't post it because they wanted to keep it bowling related, which I get it. But come on, I'm a bowler sometimes.
Next time they ask you that, you should pull out just some really random bowler, like Scott Devers.
I would have said Scott Griner.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one.
All right, come on, Tony. Come on, buddy.
I'm rooting for him. I just want you guys to know I'm rooting for him.
Hook me up. Oh, that's right.
Right.
Please hook. Oh, gets the tickle.
That's what you needed to see right there.
Yeah,
that one was right.
Here's Shea in the middle of the lane, playing the 1-1.
Oh no, it's 10 back. I hate that.
He's rang a couple tens in
Guys,
there,
I don't know
man.
anything about bowling. Mike is smarter than me, guys, at bowling. It's official.
I don't know about that. I've just watched a lot of bowling, read a lot of graphs. I've been in the center, not as much as you, but enough. with all the tricks that Biondo has in his bag, and I know they're leading the tournament, I wouldn't have Biondo playing where he's playing right now, and he just had the front 10. So,
Yeah,
I mean, there's just so many different ways to do it.
You just don't know anything about anything, you know?
Right.
Hey, good spare, Jay. As he does the whoo and wipes off his forehead. Oh, that was a sick 9-pin. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
The pin like almost stood back up, and then the top of the pin fell back onto the bottom of the pin. That was awesome.
I'm in the poll. 60% took under.
Yeah, because, well, it's just because they like me more than you. It has nothing to do with bowling knowledge. His partner, Craig, 10 back, middle part of the lane where he should be. Bowling. He has 91 in the 6th. But that was a good ball change. All right, Tim, striking now. Where's Tim at in the lane?
In the middle.
Oh, looks like he fanned that one a little bit. Helped
Yep.
it out. Light mixture. That seems to be the hit. So when I first got here on Friday, I got a couple balls drilled in the shop because they came in late Thursday night. I didn't have time to go drill them. And Mark, the head mechanic here, came up and chatted with me for a minute, asked how I was doing. And he said, you guys are bowling on marshmallow pins this week. He said, these pins they're beat up and old because we had the Greater Ozarks from February to June. Have so many bowlers come to that. So you see the light mixtures falling a little easier than they might if they were newer pins. Which they didn't fall very much from me last night. All right, Tony looking for a double on the right lane. That got right as well. Yeah, 2-8.
2-8. Well, my 237 is not going to win.
I hope Tony strikes out now, though, for sure. But they just built you were talking about Whataburger and all these new places here. They just built a Ruth Chris, so we'll see you there at
Oh, really?
12. No.
So I have a little joke that I like to say about Ruth Chris.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, if you're watching a baseball game and, like, all of a sudden, like, the umpire is, like, calling everything a strike.
Yep.
And, like, or the players are just swinging at everything.
Yep.
And it's, like, 9:15, and, you can just tell that they just don't want to be there. Like, they're just trying to fast forward the game.
Yep.
I'll always say to Kim or whoever I'm watching the game with and say, yep, these guys got reservations at Ruth Chris at 10 tonight.
So you watch a lot of baseball?
I mean, enough, yeah.
Do you like where the game's at now with, like, the pitch clock and the
all
that?
Yeah, so
Do
here's the deal. I do love it. I love what they've done.
pace of game?
Okay.
Quicker?
But here's what I love even more. In the postseason, the games are kind of going back to what they used to run, even though the rules are the same, because Major League Baseball, both teams and the umps are giving them some grace and allowing them to still manage the game and not speed through postseason games.
Yeah.
Postseason, I don't like the rules. I actually think regular season should have a different set of rules than postseason.
Really?
I think postseason, it goes back to the old rules. Now, the relief pitcher thing with only you have to face 3 batters and all that, I'm good with that in postseason and stuff too.
Yeah.
But the pitch clock and everything, I love the pitch clock. It's all great. I think regular season needed to be sped up, and I think that there's enough variance over 162 games that pitch clock's not going to determine who's better or worse.
Yeah.
But I do love. I mean,
It's
if you
just
look
an
at
adjustment you have to make.
if you look at the average length of the postseason games last year, they were down compared to most postseasons, but they were way up compared to regular season, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because you need that gamesmanship in the postseason. man.
Yeah. Well,
you
just
can't,
the atmosphere is so
yeah,
different.
you can't be rushing extra innings, and they don't put a runner on base in extra innings in postseason.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? I liked it. I like postseason should
better
take
for the
longer.
viewership.
Yeah.
So I don't watch as much baseball as I used to. Like, I used to be big when I was playing baseball. I loved baseball when the Cardinals were still good. It was easy to watch. Now they suck, so I don't watch them as much anymore. I don't live in Missouri anymore as well. But when we were in Houston for the Lucy Doubles, we popped over and went to an Astros game. And we only went for like 6 innings because I had to bowl in the morning, so we just went for some fun. And they scored 23 runs, and that guy was 6 for 6 with 19 total bases. And
Was that Nick Kurtz?
And he almost had 5 home runs.
Oh, you went to the Nick Kurtz game.
I went to that
and
game.
He's a rookie.
So we go there, and We show up in the first inning. It was raining a little bit, but, you know, they've got the retractable dome, so it was good to go. We get in there, and 1 home run, 2 home runs. Like, okay, this is a pretty fun game. And then my girlfriend's like, are they going to make a, like, pitching change? Like, shouldn't they do that? Like, this guy's getting a lot of home runs hit on him. Like, she's just saying whatever. And I'm like, yeah, and then they do. And she's like, they probably won't hit any more home runs, right? And I was like, they probably will. Next at bat, home run again. She's like, what's going on?
That was a historic.
It was a fun game
That was
to
a
watch.
historic game to be at, man.
It was the perfect game to go to
picked
for
a good
6
one.
innings and then go home for a little while. It was a good time.
Nice 210 conversion there from Craig. Here's Tim, man, looking at 290, playing the middle of the lane. He's kind of getting the. Every once in a while, his ball shape off of it goes through him right. Every once in a while, the ball doesn't quite read it at the end of the pattern. It's kind of backing into the pocket, mixing them up on the left side. His combination right now is working for him.
You know who else could probably have those hits if he moved into the middle part of the lane?
Who, Tony Yarborough?
Tony just needs to figure out this right lane, honestly. The right lane's a little tighter. I think he just needs to get a little closer to it because he was striking on the left lane.
He's left half a loaf, a 2-pin,
He
or
just
almost
needs to
a
get
half
a little closer to it, keep his ball speed up.
2-pin
That
and
looks
2-8.
better.
Oh, and then he
Then he 4-pin. See, that's
that
the
sucks.
issue you run into. It burns up a little early, so then it falls off the cliff. I say fall off the cliff means it just kind of bails out and he 2-8s like he did in the last shot. So then he gets a little further right, and then it gets offline a little too early, and he 4-pins. So it just keeps you, you're kind of trapped.
And then you got Shea playing the middle of the lane who can't get a 10-pin out.
And then you got Tim in the middle part of the lane, and
Who's
he's team
carrying
A-baggers.
everything. Yeah, he's carrying everything.
So we don't know anything.
You know what? I say it's all ball choice.
I mean,
If you're not
course.
striking, you're in the wrong ball.
I mean,
Because the one thing that we do know, Shea's hitting the pocket.
Yep.
Tony, for the most part, is hitting the pocket.
yeah, he just, yeah.
And then Tim's hitting the pocket.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, this is the double score you want right here. Shea grinding away, bowls 2-0, but his partner's bowling 290. They can get plus 80, plus 90 on this game. They'll take that every time.
JP with a super chat here says, do a Chipotle and laxatives league punishment, Kev.
JP, that's going to be a hard no for me, brother. That is insane. Thanks for the super chat, though.
Yeah. Exactly.
Laxatives League Challenge? No, thank you. Yeah, guys, if you have watched our league videos with me and Ryan, and you have any you know what? I should ask you. You're good with stuff like this. Have you watched any of our videos?
A little bit, yeah.
Or just to at least know, we
Yeah,
just do
yeah, I see the thumbnails with the 2-2s.
I want you to think of a good punishment.
Okay.
Ryan said he would do the 1-chip challenge, like a hot chip. I won't do that. I can't do like spicy at all. So that one's if I can beat him again, that might be the next thing. But I want to see if you can come up with something. Because we've done like the wear the funny outfits, and we've done the bean boozle. I had him do a sour candy.
I'd actually like to see you guys do something that's a little bit different than what you're actually doing.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because you guys, I think, have the personality for it. What I'd kind of like to see from you guys is kind of like an Impractical Joker type thing.
Okay.
Okay, to where, the loser has to go to the mall
Okay.
and ask people
Something outside of the bowling world?
yeah, just whatever, something funny. You know what I mean?
I actually had something queued up for that because I was going to do, which Ryan wanted to do it, but Ryan didn't do the Bean Boozles one week, so he got double punishment. And I was going to have him have a sign that said, honk and I'll dance, and he had to sit outside of an intersection.
How about right outside of the
tutu.
bowling alley?
Yeah, right outside the bowling alley,
that's a
and
good
for like
idea.
30 minutes he just had to sit there and dance with that sign.
Yeah, something like that.
I had something like that, but he was like, I'm not doing that. And I was like,
Why not?
yeah, dude, come on, content.
It's not that big of a deal.
Viral sensations. He's been warming, like, as we're bowling more and he's hanging around me more, he's breaking out of his shell because he was a little reserved, but now he's kind of breaking out of his shell a little bit.
Or how about this? How about he's got to go? He's got to go to like a place where there's a lot of people, and you're filming him, and he's mic'd up, and he's got to ask everybody, "Do you know who Chris Barnes is?" until somebody
you get like 10 or something.
until somebody actually says, "Yeah, he's a pro bowler," and then he can stop.
That's a good one.
Right?
All right, I got to strike next
It could
week.
take
That's
hours.
That is a good one.
right?
My luck, it'd be like the first person like, "Are you Ryan Barnes?" And he's like, "Oh no."
That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
It'd be like, okay, one and done. All right, Kevin, let's go to lunch, right? Like
That is a good one.
but just something like that.
But I would give him like a time outage if after like 30 minutes or an hour. It's like
Sure.
if we don't get one, we can go.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it would be funny. Like, do you know Chris Barnes? They're like, what?
It's kind of like that whole like David Letterman back in the day out
That's
on
a
the
good
streets
one.
asking questions.
That is a really good one. I do agree we should take it outside of the bowling alley and do something like short. I like the do you know Chris Barnes one. That's a good one. Because I would say, I mean, he's a big name to know. So like it might not take that long. Or it could because bowling is, still so niche to some people.
Right. Or, just do different fun things where like you could be like
The Impractical Joker style is a good way to look at it.
Yeah, just walk up or say, "Hey Ryan, okay, you got to do 3 things here, whatever I tell you to do," right?
Yeah,
so like if he's holding like a cup or something,
Uh-huh.
and be like, "All right, you got to walk over to that person and you got to say, "Hey, can you hold my cup for a second?" Right?
So I have to tell you something off of camera because I don't want to say it yet, but I'm working on something that I
Okay.
think you will absolutely love.
Okay.
I just personally think you will love it because it fits just who you are as a person, and it's in the bowling world. It's something I'm working on.
Okay.
And I'll
Cool.
tell you off camera. So
All right.
just remind me I have something that because I think you would
Looking forward
you would
to it.
love to be involved in it. I
Yeah,
think-
it would be like, like I just love that whole like idea of doing stuff or like
I love that. I
or
do
how
too.
about this? How about this? You gotta get a Victoria's Secret bag,
Okay.
a Sephora bag,
Yeah.
and maybe some other a Coach bag or something. And Ryan's got to like walk through the mall, holding these bags
Yeah.
and wearing whatever you tell him to wear. And he's got to make one lap around the mall.
Okay.
And then you're just capturing people's looks when he's walking
See, the
by,
thing
right?
is,
Like,
I think of stuff like that.
That would
That's
be
like,
hilarious.
Like the embarrassing factor.
yeah.
But you gotta take into account Ryan is not fully like that. I will do it. I wore his mother's dress in league. and
Okay,
then
but
beat him.
here's the thing with Ryan, right? He's developing a fun personality.
he's getting
got
there.
a YouTube channel. He's
Yeah.
coming out of his shell, right? And then from there,
we just take him to the next
he
level.
also got on television. What's one of the first things that he did? Started cussing on television.
Yeah.
So you know what? This dude, I would just play up to it. You guys are doing these challenges. I would do things that really also it puts more on the line. If he really doesn't want to do it, he's probably
That's the thing. We have to. I will make a contract. Like next league season 2 of me and Ryan, we're signing contracts that you can't deny. Because that's the thing. He just it's just part of the like agreement. Like, all right, I'll do it. Like, because it's still fun. It should be fun to him. It's fun to me, even though like it might be something embarrassing. I don't
Yeah.
get embarrassed, but. Yeah, you're right. Impractical Jokers is like.
or you could say, hey Ryan, I went to Costco and I filled up an entire igloo cooler of bottled water, and you have to go to a certain place on a certain day and you have to sell all the water,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to donate it to something, right?
I like that.
Right? Or just he's got to work. He's got to do something.
Or he has to make his own lemonade stand. He has
His
to
own
make his own
lemonade
lemonade
stand.
and do it outside of his house.
Right.
Okay, these are all so good. I knew you would be the guy to talk to these.
Here's
about.
something
These are
funny.
good.
Here's something funny that happened on Bowl TV, and then we'll get back to the action here in Game 5. But
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm lost in the sauce.
So Chase Kaufman is fun to work with. He's awesome. He's great.
Yep.
Working out there on Bowl TV, and he always is in my ear, and he knows I got this stupid dad joke mind all the time.
Yeah.
So he says in my ear one day on a PBA stop last year, I forget which one it was pretty early in the season, and he goes, "Hey Mike, here's a stupid one for you that sounds like something you would come up with." He goes, "If Ryan Barnes had his own shed company,
Oh, I
it
remember you
would be
talking
called
about
Ryan's Barnes."
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I remember you talking
So I
about.
went to my AI program and typed in, show a kid with blonde hair,
Yeah.
cartoon character in front of a barn
posted that,
with a
didn't you?
sign that
Yeah, I
said
saw it.
Ryan's
Yeah.
Barnes, right? I don't know how he got the brunt of that, like why we picked on him. It was all Chase Kaufman in my ear.
Yeah.
But of course, I heard the idea, and I'm going to run with it,
It's
right?
hilarious.
So, Ryan's Barnes. So maybe it would be funny.
That's a good retirement for him whenever he's done
Ryan
bowling.
Barnes, yeah. And then I think I was doing a PBA 50 event, and I said, hey, I said to whoever was in the booth, I think it was Dave Lamont. I said, you know, if Chris had a shed company, you know what it would be called? Chris's Barnes. And Dave Lamont just wasn't having it.
Oh, he didn't like it?
No, he wasn't having it.
Oh,
He
boo.
thought it was the most corny.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
very, like,
I mean,
dad
he
joke
didn't like
corny.
dislike it, but he was giving me the Flanagan business.
Yeah.
of, you know.
It's like lazy, but also clever at the same time. Like, no one's thought of that, but it also, like, how have you not thought of that?
I got to give a major shout out here to Claudia Miller, who just gave us a nice sum of money here. Appreciate the content, a bit of help with the new equipment. Really appreciate you,
Wow,
Claudia.
Claudia, shout out to you. That is awesome.
If there's anything we can do for you, Claudia, anything you need, let me know. Actually, Claudia, do me a favor. Send me an email to mike@insidebowling.com. Send me your address and your shirt size, and I'm going to send you something.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you think she's team 8-baggers or team spares?
I think Claudia. I
Claudia.
think she's team spares.
Claudia, if you have to answer honestly, if you are on my side of team 8-baggers and spares and you are team 8-baggers, I'll also send you a shirt.
Hey, Rep, you said we got a 60 frames per second bowling stream. Leave it to Mike and IB. Heart. I appreciate you noticing that. Does it look that much better, Rep? You watch all these streams all the time. Tell me in the chat. Let us know what you think the stream looks like. Is it much better than my normal streams? We got new cameras here. I'm just curious.
Has to. All right, we've talked about goofy stuff and
Yeah, we're in game 5 now.
Let's get into the bowling. Sorry guys, I mean you can only ask for so much bowling talk when me and Mike are together. It just gets
And it is stream 1. It is A squad. So
yeah, we're just warming up. You know, I got a bowl B squad, so you know I'm getting in all the goofiness while I can.
even though I'm angry that I couldn't pull off the 4K at this event, I am really proud of how we got Lane Talk integrated. I got these graphics up here. We are at 1080. We do have new cameras, so I'm feeling glass half full today.
Hey, I love to hear that. I try to be a glass half full kind of guy. The tournament director asked me about a quick question about the cross. I'll be right back. I'm going to go chat with him.
I like these suggestions here on the Ryan versus Kevin challenges that they're doing there. So Powers and Brundage, Lazar and Ingram, Burns, Baumgartner, Fair, and Schwander. And on the bottom right of your screen, you got Porter and Klutz, Furza and Carlson, Sherman and Stubblefield, and Williams and Holloman. Dylan Burns with the first three. Derek Fair with the first three. How's House Mouse doing? That's a good question. How is our man Jared Thompson doing? Well, here we go. We just got they just came in at 3 minutes ago, the scores, so we'll get those up for you. Scores are coming out a little bit different to me. Format's a little bit different this time, but no big deal. Let's go ahead and take a look at our standings here. All right, Prather and Biondo are at 1908, 487, 444, 523, and 454. At 1804 is Sherman and Stubblefield. Justice and Henninger are at 1790. At 1775 is Powers and Brundage. Burns and Baumgartner at 1774. Bitbender and Barron at 1750. Jared Thompson and A.J. Rice at 1749. You got Carl Williams and Aaron Holloman at 1698. At 1656 is Farron Schwander. Casey Murphy and Pieper Gerdes is at 1645. Porter and Klutz at 1642. Then you got Fertz and Carlson at 1614. Yarborough, Hendrick, and the rest of the crew. So when you talk about Thompson and Rice, Jared Thompson bowled 205, 157, 187, 200. Only bowled 749 for his first 4 games. Still trying to figure out this oil pattern, as it is flat in the middle and it's 8-1 on the outside part of the lane. A little bit more challenging this year, but A.J. Rice opens up with 1,000 for his first 4 games, and according to this sheet here, he's got the high score in the building after 4 games here. We are in game number 5 here on Inside Bowling. Glad you're with us for the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout, formerly known as the Springfield Doubles. It's our 5th year streaming it here. I want to give a shout out to the Weimer family. Of course, CT, General Manager, Jessica, and the entire crew here, along with Kevin, for inviting us to come back and stream you this one here on Inside Bowling. I want to thank our friends at Lane Talk for providing the scoring up above. Scoring powered by Lane Talk. Find out more about Lane Talk at lanetalk.com. I will go ahead and invert our streams here. Move it over to here, where you got Ben Porter and Chuck Klutz, along with Katie Furzy. You got Brandon Carlson, Kyle Sherman, Ryan Stubblefield, Carl Williams, and Aaron Holloman here. Coming up 1:30 today will be our B Squad. We'll have B Squad for you again at 1:30 today. It's 11:20 right now. This game should be over about 11:35. So probably have about an hour break between A Squad and B Squad today. It's good to see Kyle Sherman bowling today. Health is always a concern with him. It looks pretty healthy. It looks like he's really enjoying himself out on the lanes. Doesn't seem to have any issues at all. Also, sometimes in the summertime, you know, you can have some sticky approaches in bowling centers. I can tell you it's been extremely chilly in here today. Very nice for the bowlers, a little chilly for the spectators, but that's okay. That's what we like. And it looks like there's been no approach issues here in the center, even though here in the Midwest, you know, it's been very hot and humid all summer. So it looks like the approaches are playing to be pretty nice. Mike and Kevin, I'm a 2HLH bowler fan. Watching this and following Dio, Eric, and Packy in the Southwest Regional. Awesome. Brad is bowling with Spencer Robars today, John. Just to let you know, be coming up here a little bit later today. We do have a link there at the top of our chat room that does take you to the Facebook page where scores are linked. Give a shout out one more time to our sponsors, our title sponsor, Smith Auto Transport. If you need to have your vehicle moved cross country, wherever it may be, check out Smith Auto Transport, our title sponsor of this year's Greater Ozarks Double Shootout. Also want to thank our friends at Coring and Cutting of Springfield. If you're looking for some concrete to be removed or possibly raised, things like that, they're the experts. Check out Coring and Cutting of Springfield. I want to thank Columbia 300 and Track Bowling for their sponsorship as well. Don't forget at InsideBowling.com, all track t-shirts are $15 this week. You can save 15% off all merch with coupon code YouTube. Also want to thank our friends at Classic Yard. If you're in the area, you're looking for a place to go hang out and have some food and drinks and also play some games, check out Classic Yard. And don't forget to sign up for the Greater Ozarks Bowling Tournament. Put together a team for singles, doubles, and team event. Come down to the Greater Ozarks in 2026. I just mailed out the checks from 2025. With over 1,400 teams, it's a good one, and you should come out and support that one. Sherman working on 280. Stubbafield's not enjoying the right lane. Going at a Dutch pace. Carl Williams has missed twice with a couple of 9 counts. Aaron Holloman needs to throw a few strikes here to get back to 200. Porter is clean with just 2 strikes, no doubles. Chuck Klutz has got a double with an open up there, pacing in the 2-0s. Katie also has the 1 open, but a couple of strikes, and Brandon Carlson, no doubles with an open, pacing under 400 as a team. It's a nice shot, though, there for Katie. Sherman with another strike, as you saw. Stubblefield likes this left lane. Yep, Carlos, thanks in the chat. Absolutely, Carlos is on our team here. He's works very hard behind the scenes on everything that we have going on. He provides all the graphics for us. He's been with us since 2018. Carlos, a hidden gem within our Inside Bowling infrastructure. He does all the thumbnails for us. Very passionate about what we do here at Inside Bowling. Is reminding you here in the chat, we're getting close to 100,000 subscribers here on this channel. Great opportunity to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to like this video. Sherman. Oh, that one read just a little early. Grabbed a handful of that one. Go ahead and take a peek and see how the scores are coming in on our other side. Dylan Burns, triple, 8 spare, 4 bagger. Derek Fair is working on 277 himself. It's really nice seeing all the different teams out here. I know we focus a lot on the household names and those that have big followings on social media, but even to see like TJ and Wayne out here, Cameron and Ryan. Ryan's a great bowler. We've seen him on live streams here quite a bit. It's always great to see new faces. Derek and Miles as well. we don't always see those guys bowling. It's great to have them in the field. They're great bowlers in their own right. And one of my favorite things to do here is when we do get down to, say, the top 16 for the bracket, best of 3 matches that'll be coming up tomorrow is one of these unknown teams that we get to know. We get to see them, down the stretch. I love it whenever we have new folks win, like Dimitri Cruz, great bowler, don't get me wrong, but for him to win last year with Michael, it was really his coming out party. Now we're much more familiar with Dimitri. He's always a force to be reckoned with now that he's won here on our network. So I always like telling those stories as well. So to those of you that may be participating in this event and you see the live stream later, the default button is to talk a little bit more about the folks I'm a little bit more familiar with. But as you continue to bowl these events, don't forget to come by, say hello, send me a message after the event and say, hey, Mike, I was watching the live stream. It was great coverage, just to let you know I'm from here, or a little information here or there. We start to develop those relationships. It makes it a little bit easier for me to talk about you with so many things going on up here in this booth. But to Derek and Miles and Trevor, and of course I know Dylan from bowling the holiday doubles for so many years, TJ, Wayne, Cameron, and of course Ryan, I've seen cover him quite a bit. It's great to have you guys here bowling. It really is. And more people should bowl this event. There were some competing events, but Kevin's event was on the schedule first. So some people scheduled some events, the same weekend as his, which is okay. I mean, there can be more than one bowling tournament in the country. But there, some of the pool of players that he would normally gets here had to bowl other events because they just had to. So points involved and things like that. Yuri, what's up? Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you being here. My man Yuri from St. Louis. We got some of the B squad bowlers starting to show up now. We've got AJ Chapman, Sean Lavery Spar are going to be bowling together a little bit later today. Let me see if Chapman will bring his dog over here. He's got his dog with him. Dylan Burns working on 278. Still working on 278. Kyle Sherman, bottom right of your screen, is going to finish with 237. Dylan Burns now in the 270s. Burns and Baumgartner bowling a pretty good game here. They are currently fifth at 1774, 174 over. Burns 956 for his first 4 games, is going to have a 270 to go with it. Baumgartner bowled 818, can still bowl 248. This would be his high game if he were to bowl so. His high game so far has been 224. Dylan Burns showing up in a big way, loves doubles tournaments. I bring back in Kevin Williams to the booth. Kevin, welcome back.
Hi.
Dylan Burns, man on a mission. Do you know Trevor Baumgartner very well?
I can't say like yes, but like very familiar because they, we're from the same area. We've bowled a lot of the same events for years. I like them a lot, but I don't know them on like a real personal level, really. Outside of just like bowling and chatting it up with them, just the brief like how you been, whatever. That's one of my favorite doubles teams. So I'll say they're both just super nice guys, Trevor and Dylan.
Trevor reminds me of Matt Sanders a little bit in the way that he bowls.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. What we have scores after 4, right? You just listen them off. Is Prather and them still?
Yeah, they're right here if you want to look at them yourself.
Let's see these. 450. They're up 100. See, what I love is like Sherman and Stubblefield had 396. They both bowled 198, so they grinded. And it seemed like it just didn't hurt them that much. They're still in second. They lost a little bit to the leaders, but, I'd love to see that. Scores are, they're just fine. I love it. I'm giddy about the scoring pace. I really am. I really am. I hope I bowl well on the left side of the lane. AJ Rice is bowling really well on the left side lane. His partner's struggling a little bit.
Hey,
Trevor's bowling okay. He's 30 over. He just opened in the 10th, though. So he's just, like, hanging in there. Partner crushing him.
We lost a hero a few weeks ago.
We did.
But before he went, I asked him, how much does first place pay in this tournament?
Uh-huh.
I'll give you $10,000.
And I said,
you have a soundboard that's awesome.
And I said, well, if it's sold out, if let's just say that they filled this thing up and they were able to get a few more sponsors, what would you raise first place to? And he said this.
I tell you what, I'll give you $14,000.
Okay, so we need a few more sponsors to get there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I have a question. Do you, and why don't you, if you don't, have a button that has me on the soundboard? I feel like I've had plenty of things that said into the world that would be a good soundboard.
Well, Hulk Hogan and I have talked about that, and this is what he said.
Oh,
but it won't be today, brother. It won't be today.
Come on, Hulkamania. Rest in peace. I saw...
Okay, whatever you think, brother. You're the boss.
I can't say it. I can't say it on air, but I saw someone make a joke about Hulk Hogan passing away, and it was like a dark but very funny joke. But a living legend. I kind of forgot about that. I'm not a big wrestling guy, personally, but
I haven't even tested the booth cam to make sure that it works. So after AJ shot here, I'm gonna bring it into the booth for a second.
this is the camera everyone's been waiting on. Really, I've got my hoodie that I left here like 4 years ago, and I still was here, and I was cold. Oh, and I still got it on.
So my name is Mike. This is Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
I haven't calibrated that camera, so it's lucky.
It looks good.
It's lucky we're in focus.
It's just focusing on the water thing behind us.
I was able to find one short HD SDI cable. So this one technically is in 4K, even though
I need it.
Even though we're not actually streaming in 4K, but this camera should be pretty clear.
They all look good. This is the one we need in 4K, Mike.
Yeah.
This is the one we need.
And that's Casey's Pro Shop back there. What's the name of that? What does he call that thing?
Ball of Fame?
Ball of Fame.
Ball of Fame?
He did a little play on words there. So he was very proud of it. He's like, hey, you like the name? I'm like, yeah, I like the name. All right.
But if Mike could have named it anything he wanted.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been kind of struggling on the naming thing. I got a couple things I'm working on right now, and coming up with the names is kind of hard these days.
Yeah, but you did come through for me today because you gave me some awesome ideas for me and Ryan's league videos. I'm pumped on those. I'm also pumped on the free lunch I got out of you already. Do you want a chance to like win that back?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have dinner as well. Like we could do a dinner bet for you to maybe just pay me for dinner as well. You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to do? Have you made any predictions of what the cut's gonna be?
No, I haven't done that.
You haven't done that yet. You haven't
It's
calibrated your brain holes
No.
into thinking about numbers.
I'm just happy the stream's working.
I'm also happy the stream's working. Did AJ Rice actually foul spare? It looks like it. It says, well, I can't really see from here. If you can see that, dude.
It looks like a spare.
You got eyes like a
No, I don't have good eyes.
hawk. I heard a fun fact of some random bird having really good eyesight, and I couldn't remember what it was, so a hawk is what I got. Foul spare. AJ's going really well, though. He's 250 over.
What's your favorite hawk?
What's my favorite hawk?
Yeah.
There's multiple hawk? What is multiple hawk? Is it just hawk?
Do you have a favorite hawk? I was just wondering if you have a favorite hawk.
I like the Jack Hawk 9000 from Talladega Nights. Does that count?
Well, there's two hawks that come to mind for me.
Was that one of them?
No.
Nah.
One is Lincoln Hawk from Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
From the Independent Truckers Union. And the other one is Hawk Tua. Hawk Tua.
Okay. If anyone in the chat got my reference of the Jack Hawk 9000, I forever love you, because that's a Will Ferrell pull. And I was very proud of that. I thought that's where you were going with it.
I know that one, too.
Did you get that, though?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Prune candy. I was proud of that one. All right, foul spare. Looking to make it a 9 spare, essentially.
Whee!
Bang. The backwards bandit? The backwards hat bandit.
He bowled 246 the last game because he's at 1246 for 5.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'd take that score.
He was at 1,000 after.
My partner Ryan's gonna actually take that score, and I'm gonna give him like half of that. I would be okay with that.
The two high individual players in the building are on the same pair, Burns and Rice.
Yeah, Dylan's been known to strike. Would you consider Dylan like one of the more underrated bowlers in the nation?
No question. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree, too.
Casey Murphy quietly bowling a nice set here at 12:03.
Oh, my God. Right when I say that, Dylan, and you just huck one out the window. He still is very good, though.
Take a look over here.
Kyle Sherman, Ryan Stubblefield, the team currently in second place.
So do you have some teams moving left and some moving right?
Left goes left, right goes right.
Okay.
Felt like the fair thing to do since we only had 8 pairs in play. If
I
everyone
like
just
it.
followed everyone, this kind of switches up the cross a little.
I've always enjoyed.
I like the left.
I've always loved that.
Yeah, I agree. The B squad will be staggered a lot more because we need to get everybody across the center since we're going to use the whole center. Standings after 5. Would you like me to read them off?
Yeah, sure. I'll have
All right.
up on the screen here momentarily.
All right. Still
Actually,
leading and
actually, I
has
don't have
been
them yet.
leading since game 1, I'm pretty sure. Chris Prather, Brandon Biondo at 23.93. In second place now, Dylan Burns and Trevor Baumgartner at 22.66. So Biondo and Prather are just crushing them. They're up 130 on second. In third place, we have the double lefty team, Jared Thompson and AJ Rice. They had 491 game 5. Jared finally finding some strikes like he likes to do. They're at 22.40. In fourth place is Kyle Sherman and Ryan Stubblefield. They had 423 the last game. They're at 22.25. 27. So the last couple games they've gone 390, 420. So they're kind of struggling a little bit through this transition here. In 5th place, we have Rick Justice and Mark Henniger at 22.02. 6th place, Shay and Tim, the all-time duo, team of duos, at 21.85. So happy. Casey Murphy and Trevor Pipagurdy with 499. They're in 8th right now. 499 last game. I was just kind of looking at what teams kind of made some jumps here. But Prather and Beyond Our Bowling so well. They have 480, 440, 525, or 450.
And there they are.
480. And there's the scores for you guys to see if you didn't like hearing it with my voice.
And here's the other thing, too. If you are watching, here obviously on YouTube, whenever I display the scores up on the screen, if they disappear too quick for you, it's very simple. You can just go back 15 seconds. You can pause. You can look at it and then come back and join us in real time.
Or you could comment in the chat and complain to you. I prefer that.
You could do
Yell
that.
at Mike.
You could do that.
Yell at Mike. Just taking a look at the comments. I like to see what people are talking about in the chat. How are you, Kevin Williams? I'm so good. How are you, Jeremy? I got no complaints, pal. No complaints. People bowling an event in a town I used to live in once upon a time that we put together. Get to see a bunch of friendly faces. Get to watch elite bowling. Get to talk about YouTube ideas with Mike Flanagan. I mean, it doesn't get better. And he owes me lunch. So, I mean, I'm just on cloud 9.
That is true.
Kyle Sherman on lane 36. Starting to do the soft hand, slow wheel. Leaves the bucket. 5 gets out late. I think this is where they start to get tricky. I think these last 2 are, that's like such an obvious statement, but I think this is what's going to separate some of the elite bowlers into finding score the last 2 compared to some of the lesser elites.
Yeah, so what you basically just said what a fellow show me man said all the time on ABC television, which is Bo Burton. He would say, well, Chris, we're about to find out what separates the contenders from the pretenders. Ninth frame,
never heard that.
Mark Thayer, right lane. Here we go.
I've actually never heard contenders and pretenders.
Yeah, this is what separates the contenders from the pretenders.
Yeah, but the way my commentating works is I say way less rhyming stuff than that,
Bo's got some good Boisms, man. I need to watch some more of it and write them down.
I can't say my Kelmisms on air.
I use a few of them. I use a few of Bo's things. One of the things that he used to always say, and I use it all the time, and I'm hearing other commentators in bowling using it as well, so it makes me feel good. I feel like I'm just like a vehicle taking it down the train track.
Yeah.
And that's scoreboard tells the story. Bo used to say that all the time.
When you say it, like even now just saying it and you weren't even talking about anything, it just felt like you made the moment more serious.
Right. It's true.
Like you made the moment way more serious saying that. You are right. I mean, numbers don't lie.
Yeah, scoreboard tells the story.
Another blow your back out 10 on lane 37. We saw one earlier with AJ Rice. The same exact hit. Now, Brandon kind of got in the way of that one. He kind of hopped in the way, but it was the same exact hit. You guys watch, the head pin's going to fly right in front of the head pin, and you're going to see the 10 pin just wiggling, doing a little dance.
Making a little love.
Doing a little Millie Rock on any block.
I will show you the one from earlier coming up right after this 10-pin conversion.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah.
Dang, dude, you're good at this. No wonder we pay you the big bucks. This is the ultimate blow your back out 10, as
same lane.
Me and the house boys like to call it. Same lane, left-hander. Right head pin right in front of it, wiggle. I mean, literally the same exact hit. His was a little more ferocious.
I was in game 3.
So if I bowl on 37 and 8, I'm going to be taking a look out for lane 37's 10 pin apparently. Chris Prather looking for a double on lane 37. These are our leaders. They are up 100. Both of them strike, 9 spare strike. It looks like lane 37 might be a little carry issue for some of the bowlers, left or right-handed. as we see another 10-pin. That was a Nick Claxton 10-pin. Rick Justice with the front 3, looking for 4 in lane 36. There are a lot of stud bowlers right here in front of us. A lot of stud bowlers in this whole field. But wrap 10 for Rick. Oh, Rick and Mark have matching jerseys. I didn't notice that because they're different colors, but they're like Teddy Care Bears. Are those Care Bears on their?
I think so. Yeah.
On their bellies.
Yep.
Light mixture doesn't go for Stubblefield here. So here's what I was talking about earlier with you guys. If you guys have been watching for the duration of this squad, as the lane carries down, as the middle part of the lane and the front part of the lane starts to hook, it's going to be very hard to get guys' balls to go through the pins the correct way, just because they're going to be burning up a little too much. They're going to have to start tricking it a little bit. So we see a wrap 10 from Rick Justice, as he did on 36. We see a light mixer 10-pin or 7-pin from Ryan Stubblefield on 35. We see a wrap 10 from Prather on 37. So as it's not super hard to get to the pocket for these guys still, because there's still some ratio in this pattern. Getting your ball to go through the pins the correct way to still find a little bit bigger score is going to be the issue. You see Prather has Dutch 200 going right now. His partner's trying to look for a double. Stubblefield has a couple 9 spares in a row. So, as you say, the contenders from pretenders, I think the pretenders are going to have a little bit harder time reading their ball the right way to get them to carry through the pins. As you see there, Biondo. Mixer kind of blow your back out 7. Both can't find a double. And then if you look down on the split screen down at the bottom, Jared's doing the double guns, blew them off because he tripped a 6-pin. So the guys that can find their way through the pins these last 2 games are going to be the ones that can make some moves in standings, because I think scores are going to taper off a little bit here. I think I know the answer as he's pulling up numbers. You're a fan of like matching jerseys, like when guys bowl double shirts together?
Yeah.
They match up and stuff like that. Would you prefer to see that if you bowl with the same guy to wear jerseys? Do you think it's like, do your own thing, or you're like, hey, I think it's cool if you have some matching jerseys?
I think it's cool. Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah. The amount of people that are going to continue to or have made jokes to me and Ryan about like if we're wearing dresses and stuff today bowling, we will not be doing any of that. And we don't have matching jerseys, unfortunately, yet. But we might start a dynasty. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if he doesn't dump me after one weekend. But
do you guys have a dress code in this event?
Nope.
So why don't you guys
just wear clothes, please?
Just wearing skins. Why don't you guys just be skins? Just
the whole thing of skins, all of my skins.
Just a shirt. You just wear pants.
Okay.
You guys be like, hey, we got matching jerseys.
We technically don't.
They're invisible. We
technically don't have a dress code that we have really established, but the bowling center definitely has no shoes, no service.
So here's the deal.
Are we a separate entity from the bowling's rules?
So I've got your next
YouTube punishment.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoever loses next year has to qualify with the other person, and they can't wear a shirt.
At this event, they have to bowl shirtless?
Shirtless, yep.
Shirtless?
Yep. All qualifying shirtless.
I'll run it by my partner. Just every time we bowl together, it's going to be some nonsense punishment.
Seriously, though, how crazy would that be? We've never had a bowler bowl shirtless on inside bowling.
It feels so exposed.
Oh, I know.
What would that feel like bowling without a shirt?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like when you wipe off your ball, it kind of gets on your shirt a little bit. It'd be like sticking to your skin, like your belly. It would feel a little unnatural.
Maybe you could tape a chamois to your
just
torso.
Your belly. You just like rub it on your belly. Now that would be funny.
There you go.
All right. Well, you're just on one today. Oh, 6 through the middle for Ryan Stubblefield. Tried to over-rotate that one a little bit. Didn't get it steep enough through the front part of the lane.
Over-under for Chris Prather on this particular shot is going to be 9.5. Are you going to take the over?
Are
or
you
the
giving
under?
me the option to take what I want and then
Yeah.
you take the other?
Yeah.
I think he doubles. He's re-racking because obviously the rack's a little off. You can actually see it there on the re-rack. Look at the 3-pin.
He's getting rid of the bad pin.
She's leaning like a cholo. I think he's going to strike because it's Christopher Praise.
He has not struck on this lane yet.
He's gone wrap 10, clack 10. So he's gone 10-pin, 10-pin. I think that's a cause of the 3-pin and the 6-pin being a little close together. As you guys can kind of see from this angle, you can kind of see some of the 9-pin. I think I don't know, actually. It's hard to say from this angle. I can't really confirm that. But I think he strikes.
Here we go. That was for you.
So good. Gives him the double fist up to your chest like you're doing a pull-up. Jared crumbles the big 4. He's got it going on the right lane. Kyle Sherman, and 1. And 1. Big messenger for Kyle Sherman on lane 35 for a 3-bagger. He's going well. He's got to hook a little bit.
I was looking up the Care Bear meanings, but
Oh,
these,
yeah, they're like...
but these guys are kind of throwing me for a loop because these aren't the actual Care Bears.
Well, I think because of copyrights.
These are like gummy bears or something.
Should we ask him?
Like there's a Lucky Bear, but there, normally there's a clover involved. I don't think a clover is trademarked.
Do you know all the Care Bears?
I was just researching it here.
Which Care Bear would you be?
Well, I was going to come up with that, but there's too many.
Oh, there's like
The segment
boatload of
we'd be here till C Squad with this segment.
Oh, I have to bowl, so I don't have that.
Yeah.
I would be Flare Bear because I got a lot of flair.
Flare Bear.
Is that a good one? That's just off the top of my head.
Well, a lot of asymmetric.
I'll work on it. Sorry,
if
dude.
you're asymmetric, you definitely are going to flare a lot.
No, I meant flare as in like.
I know.
Woo!
Symmetric balls don't flare.
Yeah, I'm not a bowler like that. I don't have bowling jokes in me. Not me. All right.
Denise from Detroit hollering out. We hear you all the way
Be
from
nice.
Detroit.
Ball change for Stubblefield. Brooklyn, 5-pin. That's right. With scores being where they are and where those guys are at the standings, Ryan just needs to grind, get what he can.
I'm going to take a peek in on our other pairs
Good
to see
job
how
by
the
Marky
scoring
Mark.
is going here. Ooh, Jared Thompson getting it going here. We just switched over. He just left a 6 count, but had the front 8, and boy, did he need it. He has not been bowling well today.
He also, on the right lane, has gone through the face, pin comes across the deck, takes out the 6, and then crumple big 4 on the right lane the last 2 shots. I've seen it on the little corner cam. What cam do you call that? What do you call that?
The picture-in-picture.
Picture-in-picture? I'm calling it the corner cam. Corner store. So he's going up on the lane where he's gone high, but strike. So, but he's got 270, even it opens 250. It's a big game. AJ kind of grinding right here, looking for his first 3-bagger.
Watch Baumgartner. Is this not a little bit of Matt Sanders or what? The follow-through is what gets me.
I can see it. I can definitely see it. I just got a delivery of cookies sent to me by my lovely girlfriend. Do you want a cookie?
Maybe on the break.
No, you can't have one now, dude. If you're just gonna like hit me with a maybe on an offer of a free
Well,
cookie.
I'm on air talking here.
So, guys, as you guys see, Jared goes through the face again and leaves a 6-pin. So it's pretty much the same hit he had the 2 shots before on that lane. He just happened to get him to carry. So I'm not sure if he didn't quite move enough, didn't move at all. He was just like, don't fix it if it ain't broke. I'm going to keep crumpling these pins. But nonetheless, he's bowling 260. It's a good game. His partner's trying to bowl 2-teen.
I got something kind of funny to show you real quick.
Okay.
I do this every once in a while. I think it's fun. All right, we're going to go over to this other pair, and I want you to tell me what's different. You ready?
Okay, hold on.
You got to figure out what's different.
Okay. Oh, man, I don't know. It looks like they're bowling on 1 and 2 now. I can't really tell, though. It looks like they're bowling on the low end for some reason. Everyone's left-handed now. The left is still walled.
Brandon beyond
Trips the 6-pin.
left-handed.
Brandon trips the 6-pin. They're bowling on 3 and 4.
Look at Henninger left-handed.
Could you imagine if all lefties hooked it this much? How awesome that would be? You know how much better I'd be at bowling?
So we're going to watch Prather as a lefty here.
How weird does this look?
I know.
Because we've seen all these guys bowl for so long.
Isn't it wild? This is
right.
Chris Prather if he was
Prather,
left-handed.
or otherwise known as Ray Terp. Ray Terp. That looks so weird. It like makes it look like his mechanics are worse, does it not? Like Chris Prather has the best mechanics on planet Earth, but flipping it mirror to look left-handed, it didn't look as good for some reason. It still looked good, but not as good. You guys get what I'm saying. You guys are picking on putting down, you know what I'm saying?
I always enjoy doing this. There's Kyle Sherman left-handed.
Imagine if all lefties played.
He looks like Jason Couch
Played 24.
with a lower backswing.
All right, Biondo. This is awesome. Oh my! Oh! Big Daddy! Big and one message. Okay, back to normal.
Back to normal.
Back to normal, non-left-handed.
I just think that's fun sometimes.
It is fun, especially because I'm left-handed. So that looked very weird. Rick Justice. Shot for Rick. Finds a double. Rick has 257 left. His partner has 259 left. They're bowling good right now. Hey, Rick. He didn't hear me. I'm not going to yell at him again.
He's got it.
Are these Care Bears or Gummy Bears?
Care Bears.
What Care Bear is that?
Sky High Bears.
Sky High Bear?
I can't remember.
All right, so he's
All right.
Sky
They
High
are,
Bear.
So they're confirmed that they are Care Bears. They
Okay.
aren't Gummy Bears like you said. I think you were calling them soft, low-key is what you were kind of doing. So Rick's is Sky High Bear. Messy Bear? And then I'm curious as to what Mark's is.
See, I like to stick with like the original like 8 Care Bears. They're like way down into the weeds of like all these
Yeah.
different types of Care
Well,
Bears.
it's 2025. You know, you're
That's a good
exploring
point.
new bears. Plush kite bear. Nice.
Okay.
All right.
I guess he likes to go outside and
He's a big kite guy.
fly a kite.
He's a big kite. This here, guys, Rick Justice, big kite guy.
Yeah, he's into kites.
Big kite guy. Him and Thomas Edison. All right, Chris Prather looking for his second double of the game on the good lane. Or it was. I hated that shot. Got into the lane a little steep. And it was a little steep into the lane and direction-wise. So steep is in and got it right quick. And then steep into the lane as it kind of got it into the front part of the lane too early. Picked up a little too soon. 3-6-10. He's a good spare shooter. He'll pick it up no problem because he's a PBA bowler that is elite. Ryan's trying to hang in there for his partner. Kyle's bowling 270 if he can get them all in the 10th. And Stubblefield's looking for 208. If he could find a way to 190, 2-0, that'd be a great bailout and let his partner get the score for him because 450 is a great score right now. A lot of teams the last game bowling 14, 420, a couple of 490s and bumped them way up. So Mr. Kite Bear doesn't get a 3-bagger on the left lane.
Spencer Robar's bowls this afternoon. My guy Carlos in the chat is cracking me up.
What did he say? Do I need to read him?
Don't just sit there like a ball waiting for a lane. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It's a real gutter ball move to miss out on all the action. I love it.
Just leaning into the corny bowling stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Ryan Stubblefield threw a crazy messenger that just got screened by another pin. So he's got 197 max. If he can find a double, it'd be a really good 197, honestly. Just not quite scoring, but his partner's bowling 270. Biondo doing his thing. He's got max of 260 left as he goes into the 10th. Prather looking to bowl 219.
Springfield, but I went to where it
It's a great
was,
score.
And then it was closed, and I like read the sign, and I thought it said that they were moving, and then I saw it when I was driving in today, and I was like, they got some sick stuff in there. Oh, really? Yeah. I wish I tried it.
Marky Mark, my boy. We got to find out what Care Bear Mark is.
He had like he had a couple like cheese things.
What Care Bear are you?
He had a pink Care Bear.
You don't know which one it is? No. All right, guys. He's wearing a Care Bear pink jersey that has a rainbow, and he doesn't even know what Care Bear it is. I mean, if you're going to be a Care Bear, you got to know what Care Bear you are.
Green one, he was the purple.
Yeah, whatever. You guys got to know what Care Bears you are. Well, we're just going with pink and green Care Bear. We don't know the name, so I know you guys were really concerned about that. So, I'm sorry. I'll be better journalist. Yeah, Care Bears are nice and happy. Mark wants the angry Care Bear. The Scare Bear. All right, Chris Prather looking to find his second double of the game on the lane that he wasn't striking on at first, and then it flipped. It's funny how bowling does that. You start off the game 3 for 3 on the right lane, and you can't strike on the left lane. And then you figure out the left lane, and you can't strike on the right lane. But he finds his way to 2-teen, which is a pretty good score. His partner's bowling 260. They can get to 480, essentially. Green Care Bear, lane 36.
Just saw somebody who was grading one of those. He had an auto.
Light mixer. Gets the 7 to go. Couldn't quite see it, but based off him staring it down, I think he was waiting for it. He has a max of 236. His partner has 259 left. That's a great game. Kyle looking to clean up his 7-pin. He does. He's going to bowl 249 with a strike in the fill ball. See if Ryan can bowl a double to shoot 190. Bowl 440. 446 if they both go sheet. That's still a good game. No hurting there. Mark didn't know what Care Bear he was.
Oh, okay.
He just says it's the pink Care Bear. So he said they didn't have an angry Care Bear, so he just got the pink one.
What's the Care Bear that can outsmart everybody?
I don't know.
That's me. That's mine. That's
Oh,
that'd be
that's,
me.
you
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
what it is?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Is all your soundboard queued up as just Hulk Hogan?
I did put Hogan on here, and I've been a little lazy.
How hard is it to add stuff to a soundboard? Is there like websites?
You just got to go online. You got to download the MP3s. You got to put it onto a memory card. You throw the memory card in here, and then assign it to these banks.
So not hard.
No, not too bad.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's not that hard.
Can I find one and send it to you to use tomorrow?
Absolutely.
I just want one. I just want to get control of one tomorrow
Yeah.
for match play. I'll think on like a good one.
When people sit down or when somebody types in the chat, for instance, like, "Hey Thelma, great to have you here."
How you doing, my friend?
That's a good one.
Right?
I
Thank you.
live in Dallas now, so I don't have a home here. But if I was here, I would go home and I would just record something and send it to you.
Oh, you should.
I'm gonna do it anyways. I want to have. Can I have one designated spot on your board?
Absolutely.
It'll be something that you can always use for bowling.
Yeah, no problem.
Heck yeah. If you better use it too. If you just have it and you don't use it, I'm gonna feel real upset
No,
about
I will definitely use it.
it. Okay.
Then whenever like here you go, Brandon Biondo. Let's just pretend like this shot was for 300. Let's pretend. Ready? I got this one too. I like to do.
Okay.
Brandon Biondo for 300.
That's
yeah.
my kind of sound right there. That's a good sound. That's a good sound.
So yeah, I got a few little things. Oh, this is probably you.
All right.
Yeah.
Put on a beat. Let's rap. Mark Henniger gets the first one in the 10th. That puts him into the 240s. Partner Bowl 235. They are going to continue They're good bowling. They are currently in 5th right now, so this is definitely going to help their score. The team that's right above them, Kyle and Ryan, are bowling on the same pair, so they're going to gain on them. They're going to pass them, actually. Braden Biondo and Prather are just going to keep doing what they're doing and just trying to lap the field. That was left the whole way. That's a good 9. It's a great game. Not a good shot. Second ball in the 10th for Biondo, but for 249, I think he's okay with that.
Don't forget to join us next week for the New Mexico Open beginning on Thursday. If you'd like to sign up for that, you can head over to newmexicoopen.org. Still taking entries for that one, of course.
I wish I could have bowled that. You know, Mike Flanagan took it over, as you know, and you're part of it now too, right?
Yep.
We got an email about them wanting to get some of the Brunswick National guys to come out and be a part of it and do the Pro-Am and stuff. I wish I could have said yes. I'm on the road so much right now that I have an event in Dallas that I can just stay home for. And I got a videographer coming out that's going to do some video stuff with me. And otherwise, I would have been there. I've never bowled that event, actually. So I've always wanted to bowl it. Do you always stream that event?
No, first year. Emil's been doing it.
Right.
But when Mike called, he was wondering if I would be willing to get involved. So Dennis Hacker is going to run the event as an inside bowling event. And we've been promoting it. And we're looking forward to going out there. I also had something to do with developing the lane pattern.
Oh, really? You did?
I leaned on Tricky Nicky a little bit.
Have you guys announced that pattern?
Yeah, it's been announced.
Oh, it's the long one, isn't it? I think I saw it.
It's got similar shape to the old IB Open patterns. A lot of people have been asking me to bring back the IB Open.
I need to be bowling next weekend then. I bowled so good at your event when you had it in St. Louis.
This honestly, this New Mexico Open is kind of. It's got a lot of similarities to the IB Open. Not from format, but.
No, yeah, shape of the pattern. Keep everybody further outside, a little bit of oil.
Yep.
Dang you, Mike. Honestly, that old Kevin's dead and gone. I hook it now. I probably would suck on that pattern. I once was really good at playing up the lane.
I think I still. Did you make the music video that I made for the IB Open that one year?
Music video?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you did.
What?
Yeah, the Fall Out Boy and my songs Know What You Did in the Dark. I made a music video montage to it.
I didn't do it.
I feel like you're in that video. I'm going to bring it up here in a second. Look. Got to switch the graphic too, but I'm building all the graphics for the next squad right now as we speak behind the scenes.
Shout out Mush and the squad. I have cookies delivered to me. Don't even deserve them really, but I'm gonna eat them.
Let me see if you made this. Did you bowl the IB Open in Tropicana?
That was so long ago.
All right, so here's the people in the music video. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. Del Ballard starts it out.
Okay.
Then we have Anthony Pepe, and this is from 2013. This is 12 years ago.
I might not have.
Adam Barta. I thought you were in here.
If I am.
AJ Rice.
Wow, AJ throws so different now. So much better now.
I forget his name, and I'm ashamed that I don't remember his name. There's Gary Faulkner before he won the. This is all before anybody really did a lot of anything. There's Brad Miller.
Wow, Brad threw it crazy.
Let's see who else we got.
Brad with a full head of hair.
Marshall Kent.
Marshall throws. His swing was so short.
That is. Why am I drawing a blank on who that was?
Craig Nidifer.
Craig Nidifer, yeah.
Wow. He was good.
Cameron Doyle.
Cameron Doyle, young Cameron Doyle. Baby Cameron Doyle.
Brett Cunningham.
Brett Cunningham.
Carolyn Doran Ballard. That's how she'd be playing this pattern.
Yeah.
Jody Wessner. Josie Ernest Barnes, now 3-time champion on the PWBA.
I don't know, but she's so good.
Gail Myers Jr.
Oh.
Dave Barris. I don't know why I thought you were in this music video.
I like how you're saying music video. This
Vern
is not a
Peterson.
music video.
Well, my songs Know What You Did in the Dark is on here. Chris Kalela went to Wichita. Ronnie Fujita. Casey Murphy.
Oh, you did a slow-mo for him.
Well, that's for the part of the song.
Oh, yeah, you gave him the slow.
Bill O'Neill.
I don't think.
Man,
I don't know if
maybe
I pulled this.
Anthony Lacaze.
I used to get mad at you because you would never give me airtime.
Chad Kloss.
Jakey Boy.
Jake Peters. Ronnie Sparks. Justin Veach. Clay Reese. Sean Swanson.
John Swanson.
Not Jared Thompson.
That's
the other
Anthony.
Anthony Thompson. Yep, that's right. Barrett when he went to Nebraska.
Another slow-mo. Picking favorites on the slow-mos. I see what you did there.
Antonio Medina. David O'Sullivan. Rob Gottschall.
Rob was fun to watch bowl when he was bowling all the time. Justin Williams.
Yeah, Justin Williams. Jason Woolham.
Oh, he wanted that one.
Why was that?
Who was that? And I can't remember who that was, but they threw it sick.
Yeah, who is that? Is that Zeke Bate? That's Zeke
It
Bate.
is Zeke Bate.
Yeah, it's Zeke Bate. And I think Dell finished it as well. Yep, I guess you didn't make this one.
Weird. Oh,
Maybe you
no.
didn't bowl that year.
No, I probably did. You just mean I have standings up to 6.
All right, that was
Do you
fun.
think people? You want to read them?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them up here though. Hopefully, if I have them in my inbox. Let's see what we got here. Yep, squad after 6. There we go. Put it up. Boom. Here we go. Here's our standings. We have Prather and Biondo at 2861. So they're 461 over. They've bowled 487, 444, 523, 454, 485, and 468. Then at 2720 is Jared Thompson and A.J. Rice. Prather's got 1475 by himself. A.J. Rice got 1461 by himself, just to give you an idea of how guys are bowling. Henninger and Justice are at 2694. Then in 4th is Sherman and Stubblefield at 2661. In 5th is Burns and Baumgartner at 2655. In 6th is Carl Williams and Aaron Holloman at 2610. Murphy and Pieper Gertis, he is at, they are at 2593. Casey bowling well. Shea and Tim have fallen off a little bit here. They're at 2569. They bowled 438, 403, 453, 456, 435, and in 384. Both players bowled 192. Fair and Schwander at 2566. Powers and Brundage at 2462. There you go. Just like that, we're in game 7.
Quick, going fast.
Yeah.
Scoring pace still great. Love it.
So Prather, Biondo, Coleman, and Ennis, Payne, Steiner, Justice, Henninger, and take a look and see who we have on our other feeds. Casey Murphy, Pieper Gertis, we've got Yarborough and Hendrick, Bittenbender and Barrett, Jared Thompson, A.J. Rice. Shea and Tim are going to be forced with a decision of re-bowling.
Yeah, I think they did last year too.
You never really want to do that.
Yeah, but you're here. You might as well, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point, you might as well. Like, you would hate to be like, no, I'm not doing it, and then you sit back and you're like first out the door.
Now, I will tell you this. If it was me and I was in their position, I'd want to just bowl B. Can you bowl B? Can
Yeah,
you go
if we have spots, you can.
You can go A, B?
As long as we have spots, you can bowl whichever one you want.
Yeah, I would rather do that and have the night off. I just don't like the idea of bowling in the evening and having to come back in the morning.
But you don't like the idea of like getting a little mental reset, go get some food, and kind of like relax instead of going 14 straight.
I'd rather go 14 straight.
I would agree, but some people might want that like full reset. Maybe
No, and
take a nap,
I understand that.
maybe just wash it clean of your brain.
I also always believe that the last squad of the day from doing these live streams, the lanes play harder.
They do. And also, again, people press because they're trying to get a score and they kind of know the score.
Yeah.
I never like bowling last squad because people want to know the score. I don't want to know the score because it changes your like thought process and sometimes not for the better. But, I mean, you say that Tim and Shay have 500 left.
They do.
And that, I mean, that could make a difference.
They're fifth. Sorry, you.
I got them right here. They're in 8th. And if I'm looking at 4th, like 4th, 5th, right now, they're 100 back of 5th.
You predicted earlier 300 over.
Yeah.
How many are they over?
Right now, they are. What are they at?
2,400 would be par.
Yeah, they're at 170 over.
Yeah, so if they bowl 500 here, they get to 270 over.
Yeah. I think that would be very close. I think, because right now, again, looking at 4th right now, I would say. 4th, 5th, they are 360 over. I think that number drops, though, as we get more entries and we get some re-entries. Huh? A walkie-talkie? No. Do you want me to run and tell them? Oh, they got it. Okay. All right, Game 7, Squad A. If you're just tuning in, we will be back at 1:30 for B Squad and then 6 p.m. for C Squad. B Squad is always the big hitter squad, and it's the most teams. We've got 36 teams, I think, on that. Might get a couple reentries to fill it at 38. We had one pair down. We're going to keep one pair as a dead pair. Or maybe 2 pairs. I think we're keeping the end pairs as dead pairs. So 36 teams, so it might be 4. Guys, I know some information. Sometimes I don't know all the information. But if you're tuning in now to watch, we appreciate you. I really appreciate that people are watching and supporting. I think a lot of people like this event. I know Mike has a good time coming out here. I have a good time being able to sit in the booth and talk bowling instead of doing bowling. I do both, but I like talking bowling sometimes. I'm decent at it. So it's fun to watch.
Well, the thing I love about coming here, it's like 5 reasons.
Okay.
All right. Reason number one. Reason number 1 is it's in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
And I'm from Missouri.
Yes.
So that's nothing's going to trump that one.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with that.
Number 2, whenever I came down and bowled the grader, I always enjoyed my experience here.
Yeah.
And the Weimer family would always come over and say hello, even when they didn't know me.
Yep.
So just the people.
Hospitality, yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Number 3, the love this center has given Inside Bowling as a brand. They put Inside Bowling up on the scrolling marquee up here that just scrolls. It's been up there for years.
Yeah.
I never asked. They didn't say, hey, we're selling sponsorships. They put InsideBowling.com and it scrolls in the center 24/7.
Yeah. I just want to see bowling grow, you know?
That's unbelievable.
That's what you do. You try to grow bowling, and I think it comes back full circle if we're involved, which, you know, we have you come out here for this. It just kind of works both ways.
So what am I on? Number 3? That was number
That's
3?
3.
Okay.
Still waiting for me to be a...
Number 4 is you. That's the next one.
number 4.
Yeah, number 4 is
I'll
you.
take that.
Is the fact that we've had a relationship over the years. You put this together and you called and asked me to do this.
Yeah.
And when most of the events that I stream, there's a reason behind it. It's not because somebody called me and said, "Hey, would you like to?" Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more to it than that.
Yeah. Make it worth your time and like your enjoyment.
Correct. And then reason number 5 that I like coming here is because of the bowlers. The group that bowls this one It's easy for me to commentate because I know almost everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's cool to me, and then I guess 5B would be the internet here is awesome.
Yeah. I didn't know. You know what's funny is
And it's not a hard
when
setup.
I was still in town and I was here all the time and working in the shops and whatnot. I always complained about our internet, but that was years ago. So the fact that it's elite now is funny. Someone asked, am I bowling this? I am bowling. I'm bowling next squad at 1:30 p.m. with someone you've probably definitely heard of, Ryan Barnes. So I picked the ultimate young horsey, and we're going to play some bowling later today. So I am bowling for whoever asked. Ashley says it's one of her favorite events to watch. Hey, Ashley, we appreciate you.
Tomorrow is really fun.
It is fun. I just love the bracket.
Yeah.
I love the bracket, but Mike yelled at me one year that we were getting done too late, so we made it a little shorter. But no. Yeah, tomorrow will be fun. If you guys don't know the format, we have 3 squads of qualifying today, A, B, and C. We will take 1 and 4 to Sunday morning for a cashers roundable, 5 more games. After those 13 or 12 total games, the top 16 will make a bracket. It is a Baker single elimination best of 3 bracket. 1 through 4 get 2 round byes. 5 through 8 seeds get 1 round bye. 9 through 16 will bowl the first round of the match play bracket. And we just watch it all unfold on Sunday. I mean, it is so fun to watch. It's one of the few events that, like, if I don't make the cut or make a late run, I'm still pumped to be here and watching it because it's always so entertaining. However it goes, there's always a storyline, there's always some controversy, and that you have to love as a watcher of the sport of bowling. Did anyone just notice Jared threw a shot two-handed?
Yeah.
He left what I like to call the Belmo. Missed the head pin running away from him. Because Belmo did that on the last league team we were on.
Heck of a game there by Shea, but Tim down the stretch there, open to finish the game.
Yeah,
those guys really should bowl again.
They're going to. There's no way they won't. But the question is, do they try to bowl the next squad or do they give it a break?
Somebody wanted to know what the pattern was. I'm going to pop it up just quickly. There's your pattern. Not going to leave it up for too long. You can always screenshot it or pause your screen.
Little 7-1 action. Not quite. Everyone thinks it was on the quote-unquote China. Not quite. They're a little bit flatter, and scores are showing they're playing a little tricky too, which we like to see over here. We don't want them to be just dead walled, and we don't want them to be impossible either. We don't want people to come here and just bowl miserable and then just feel bad about themselves. You know, I think there's a happy blend of get some score, but you got to earn it, and I think that's what we have accomplished. And I say we, as in the tournament director, Chris Taylor, and general manager here at Enterprise Park Lanes. I have no say in the pattern, as I am a competitor as well. I just promote the event, and I helped put it together when we started this 6 years ago. And I reached out to someone like Mike to come film it, and I just hang out and talk his ear off in the booth most of the time.
Well, I have a prediction this year.
Okay.
The last couple years, you've gotten eliminated from the event fairly early. And you normally sit here and commentate. I don't think you're going to be doing a lot of that this year, if any.
Mike, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm not going to be in the booth very much either. I think my partner's pretty elite and bowling good, and I'm out of the slump I was in for about a year and a half.
I am going to give you some negative mojo though for a second.
You can't bring negativity over here. I'm positivity Pete.
I'm going to give you a little negative mojo.
Okay.
All right.
Try to be negative. Let's hear it.
I don't want to be, but I just got to tell you something.
Hey, the truth hurts. It's fine.
Ryan Barnes on these live streams that I've done has not had very good performances.
He knows that. He acknowledges that.
He hasn't. And a lot of the ones that he's bowled have been on like China type patterns.
Yeah.
He went to the Nightmare Doubles and bowl with Tom Hess and hit the pocket the entire event and averaged like 210. Okay? Like, he has just not had good luck.
So here's my caveat to that.
Okay?
When was the last time that you can remember Ryan bowling in one of your events? It had to have been Nightmare, probably? Is that the last one?
No. I don't know, maybe Holiday Doubles or something?
Holiday Doubles, so in December. since then, Ryan has became
Oh.
a rookie of the year. Hold on.
He's
hold on.
king. I
Hold on,
agree.
No.
This
But you're,
game-
not, but you're not going to hear what I'm going to say. I'll get the bowling stuff out of the way. Like, he's going to be PBA Rookie of the Year. He had a great year. He made the playoffs.
Yep.
All the bowling leading up to this, like, he's coming into who he's going to be. Okay? But that is not the reason. The reason he's going to bowl better is because he's more comfortable on camera with Kevin Williams because I put him in a dress and we bowl in women's outfits and stuff. So you can't shake him anymore.
Well,
he has done worse than Rap 10 on your stream.
I want him to
Or
bowl great.
2-2.
I want him to bowl great. But, I mean,
We're going to have a good time, and I think that's going to make it a little easier for him to carry me.
I think he's bowled 6 to 8 of my tournaments on the streams, and I have not seen him, like, in the final 2 cuts coming down to the wire trying to win the event, unless something's escaping my mind.
I mean, I don't really know, but
I covered him on Bowl TV, and he bowled just fine. But
We're
when it
gonna
comes to
have-
these events,
we're going to have a good time, and I think that's just going to lead to better bowling.
as a matter of fact, I said this on the air a couple of times. There are some, let's go basketball. There are some blacktop basketball players,
sport now, okay.
and then there are arena players.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
I think Ryan Barnes is an arena player.
Okay.
He has not proven to me that he's a blacktop player. Now, Brandon Biondo,
Although
he's a
hooper,
he's
you
a
know.
blacktop bowler.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon Biondo's a blacktop bowler.
He gets it out
right?
the mud.
So I just haven't seen Barnes in this environment, which
gonna
I consider the blacktop.
I'm going to fire him up today.
I hope you do.
Because he's a hooper. He'll appreciate that analogy that you just gave.
I'd love to see him win. I mean, I really would.
I would love to see him win, too.
Because I don't want
win.
to. I don't want to be the cloud of this guy.
Because that means I win if he wins.
So that's just something. It's just in my mind.
I have a really good feeling about us this weekend. We're going to have a good time, even if we
Like
bowl bad.
Cam and Ryan. Cam has had tons of success on inside bowling.
Yeah.
Tons of
He loves
success.
it. He loves it.
And, you know, there's another thing, too. If you look at inside bowling events, the lefties do pretty good.
We've only had one lefty win this event. That was Michael last year.
So last
One
year,
half of it.
last year on my streams, Michael Holloman
Yep.
won this event.
With Dimitri Cruz.
he won the Spa City Classic,
Yep.
and he won Holiday Doubles with AJ Rice. He won 3 events on this network last year.
Sick.
That is ridiculous.
Sick. That's sick. All right, Mike, I'm going to go order some food.
Thanks, buddy.
And
Bowl
then
well?
eat these cookies. I'm going to eat a cookie before I order this food. I can't help it.
Fire up, Brian.
I'm going to fire him up. I'm going to tell him that he's an arena hooper and not a blacktop hooper.
Yeah,
He's going to hate that.
and we're on the blacktop today.
We're on the blacktop. We are. It's street ball rules.
All right, man. See ya. It's Kevin Williams, everybody, joining me in the booth. He's going to bowl today at 1:30. That's when our next squad's going to start, which is going to be just in about an hour from now. Glad you were with us here today. Earlier this morning, trying to get everything fired up with the lane talk and all that. Takes me a little bit to get going. So I appreciate your patience with that. But we are dialed in and ready to go here for the rest of the event. Got some new cameras, not quite in 4K like I tried to get set up here. Missing a couple other items that I need for that, but we are streaming with mirrorless cameras from Sony. Shout out to our friends at Sony. If you're looking for a new camera or any sort of electronic gear, check out Sony.com. Thank you so much to Sony for hooking us up with some cameras here for us to try out here during the month of August. Hopefully our stream at 60 frames per second is coming through to wherever you're watching as clear as can possibly be. Zach Payne can finish with 244. Reed Steiner can finish with 223. Rick Justice can finish with 230. And 228 for Mark Henninger. Prather can get to, if he picks the big 4, which he doesn't, he's going to get to sub 200. Biondo can get to 237. It'll be a 196 max score for Chris Prather. Shannon Coleman can still get to, with the conversion here, would get to 225. Most likely not, being the 2 teens max score. And Brendan Ennis can get to 208. Once again, my name is Mike Flanagan here on Inside Bowling. Glad you're with us. We would appreciate if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. You can hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time we go live moving forward. We invite you to be part of everything that we're doing here, including the next 2 qualifying squads that will be coming up throughout the rest of the day, 1:30 and at 6 o'clock. And then tomorrow we'll be back at 8 a.m. with our Cashers Round 5 games and then right into the bracket play, which will be Baker. And it'll be best 2 out of 3 matches coming up with the Baker right here. You can also save 15% on all our merch over at InsideBowling.com with coupon code YouTube. We encourage you to do that. We also have track T-shirts this week, as we have a new deal of the week every week. This week it's $15 for the T-shirts. A lot of people taking advantage of that. We sell a lot of T-shirts. Also got hoodies, polos. I invite you to try those out as well. Again, if you'd like to check out the standings, I do have it posted at the top of the chat room here, info and scores over on the Facebook page. I'm going to try to figure out a way to get you guys all the PDFs in a file folder, so bear with me on that one. Ashley Burnett, do you want a hint on next week's deal? Yeah, I'll tell you guys what next week's deal is going to be for the New Mexico Open. So we're going to run a sale next week. And if you're listening to our broadcast right now, you guys have inside information. So this week we got $15 track T-shirts. So if you like track T-shirts, $15 on those. That's an incredible deal. It's 40% off. Okay. And then you can use 15% off for all the other stuff. So if you want a regular T-shirt, 15% off $25 is what? $3.75, so they're 21 and a quarter, is that right? Yeah. Okay. Next week, we are going to run all T-shirts for $19. That's going to be next week's deal. So, looking to get a back-to-league deal going. So, yeah, next week's deal is going to be $19 off all T-shirts on the site. So if you want to hold out, no problem. We try to switch it up. We try to do different things. We got some track fans, and this tournament's sponsored by Track. That's why we did the $15 track tees this week. So there you go. So next week's a good week to stock up on T-shirts. But if you like track, this week's a better deal to get the track shirts. So, and you get the free shipping on the $75 and more. Brandon Biondo and Brendan Ennis going to finish things out for us here. Biondo's bowled incredible today. So is Prather. Biondo is 186 over coming into this game. And Prather is 275 over coming in to this game. Prather's bowled 268, 238, 235, 218, 297, and 219. Brandon Biondo bowled 219, 206, 288, 236, 188, 249. It can finish with 237. These guys are definitely going to lead. And once again, we'll be coming back with coverage from B Squad coming up at 1:30 here today, right here on Inside Bowling. Brandon slapping it out on the final ball, or the final game of A Squad qualifying. Second ball in the 10th. That gets him into the 230s. See if their score will hold up all day long. What players and teams will re-enter? What players will we see come in and possibly contend for this high score on B Squad? We will wait and see. And of course tonight, how many re-entries will we get? New players on C Squad Again, we're back at 1:30 and then 6 today with fresh oil, 7 more games for you. 2 on a lane, 1 team per lane, 2 teams per pair. Right here from Enterprise Park Lanes here at the Greater Ozarks double shootout. $10,000 up for grabs here this weekend here in Springfield. Final ball, Brandon Biondo right here. They're going to lead. And 237 for Brando. That's going to do it for our coverage here. Once again, shout out to Smith Auto Transport, our title sponsor, Coring and Cutting of Springfield, Columbia 300, Track Bowling, Classic Yard. And don't forget to sign up for the Greater Ozarks Bowling Tournament that takes place every year starting in February and runs well into the summer. For Kevin Williams, my name is Mike Flanagan. You've been watching the Greater Ozarks Double Shootout right here on Inside Bowling and only on Inside Bowling. We will be back coming up here in about an hour with B Squad. See you then.